This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
Well, hi everybody, and welcome to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex for game number 4 for the Ridgefield Raptors in the West Coast League season of 2021. It is the Raptors playing host yet again here to open up the season on a 7-game homestand. Today, the Portland Pickles come to town to begin a 3-game series here at the Rourke. Thanks for joining us, everybody. My name is Josh Warden. Excited to get another series underway for the undefeated Ridgefield Raptors, dismantling the Bend Elks in 3 games. And the Friday, Saturday, Sunday series to open up the West Coast League schedule. Ridgefield is the only undefeated team after the first series of play. Every team was in action those first 3 days. And Ridgefield the only one to sweep a series. Granted, Bend with a lot of temporary players and still getting most of their roster coming in, as are all teams, but Bend especially. And so Ridgefield will face a new test here in the Portland Pickles that I think will be more formidable for the Raptors today. So this could be a pretty a good series shaping up here and starting tonight with first pitch in just about a minute from right now. The starting pitcher tonight for the Ridgefield Raptors out of Gonzaga University is a right-hander, Ben Larson. And the rest of the starting lineup for the Ridgefield Raptors, his battery mate will be Cole Ehrman behind the dish. At third base is Cody Darcy. The shortstop is John Peck. At second base is Tanner Jocks. First baseman is Kobe Morales. Left fielder Reese Hernandez, center field Tafton Hensley, and in right field Caden Connor. The leadoff batter for the Portland Pickles, Gabriel Arellano, the center fielder, coming in with a .250 average, leads off for the Pickles, and we are set for series number 2. And a first pitch swinging from Arellano lifts it to left center field. Tafton Hensley drifting over and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Ben Larson getting off the right way for the Ridgefield Raptors. Ben coming out of Gonzaga. He has made 1 appearance on the season so far. He had 2 innings of scoreless work on the opener on Friday against Bend. 2 strikeouts and 3 walks in those 2 innings. That was the only problem for Larson. Did not give up a hit in those 2 innings. Next batter is Evan Leibel. First pitch is a strike as called by home plate umpire John Pollen. So an 0-1 count for Ben Larson. It was against Ben that first appearance. Now comes for a second opportunity. Grounded past Larson to shortstop. John Peck makes the short hop, fields and throws to first for out number 2. John Peck makes the first play at shortstop that he's seen this season. He has started every game, but Ridgefield has flopped the middle infielders for this contest. Tanner Jocks has been the shortstop every game to this point. John Peck had been the second baseman. Those 2 players switch places, and it's John Peck making the play as the new shortstop. Next batter is Jacob Jablonski, the 3-hole hitter, and the first ball thrown by Ben Larson. Ben getting 2 quick outs for Ridgefield with the fly ball and the ground ball. Gets a foul ball off the bat of Jablonski. 1-1 is the count. Larson coming in on the year with, he's a sophomore, 6'4", 190, playing for head coach Mike Mactoff for the Bulldogs. Said he likes playing for Mactoff. Talked with him out in the bullpen before this start. Enjoys playing for Gonzaga. The 1-1 pitch fouled off towards the first base side here at the Rourke. Good crowd on hand for the series opener. Same time tomorrow, and a 6:35 start as well on Thursday. Larson, who redshirted in 2019, made 2 appearances in the 2020 season. A few more in this spring as well. Breaking ball on the 1-2 is down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base here in the top of the first inning. The gray-clad Portland Pickles batting first. Ridgefield in the red tops, white bottoms, and white caps. 2-2 pitch from Larson. A fastball just misses. Thought the inning was over on a strikeout looking, but he does not get the call from John Pollen. Ben Larson, who has a four-seam fastball, he's got a slider and a changeup. Likes to throw the slider most often, throws it pretty equally to right and left-handed batters. Oftentimes the slider is the out pitch. This one's popped up in shallow right field. Caden Connor having a little trouble locating it, and he cannot find it. This one bounces, and Jablonski will get all the way to third base on a triple. The throw almost got him, but he is safe at third. Caden Connor could not locate that fly ball looking into the sun, and that'll be a two-out triple for Jacob Jablonski, who's a little shaken up at third base on that slide. Was into shallow right field and playable, but Caden Connor looking in towards the sun. It's a partly cloudy day with low temperatures here in Ridgefield. We'll get into the mid-50s by the game's conclusion. And Caden Connor did not see that one off the bat, just never found it, and it landed a few feet away from where he had started that play, but just never located the ball through the sun and maybe the clouds also. Tough to locate the ball against the backdrop, and so the inning extends with a runner on third and Ryan Ball to the plate, leading the Pickles with a .400 average. And he has a man on third with two outs. First hit that Ben Larson has allowed this season. This is his third inning of work here in the young season of 2021. Slider in the outside corner, in for a strike. Ryan Ball, the second baseman for the Pickles, is the cleanup hitter. Righty on lefty in this matchup. Jablonski seems okay, taking a big lead at third base. Fastball way outside, ball one. Cody Darcy not holding the runner on at third, obviously, and taking a pretty good lead. And on the 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. He's a strike away from stranding the gift base hit. And the first hit of the game, Ridgefield not giving up all that many hits or extra base hits for that matter to Ben. It was all offense for Ridgefield through the three-game sweep. 1-2 pitch is outside, ball two. Two outs, runner on third, top of the first inning here. With Ridgefield trying to strand the runner at third, outfield playing fairly deep, infield straight up. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back into the netting. Here on Rally Towel Night, presented by Evergreen Home Loans. And it should be a great night for baseball. I thought we saw some rain in the forecast, but have not really seen any precipitation today and should not see any, according to the weather report. 2-2 pitch just misses outside. We'll get a full count with two outs and a runner on third here in the first inning. Ryan Ball at the plate. The only player in the Pickles lineup with a .400 average through the first three games. Slices the 3-2 pitch backwards, extends the at-bat to an eighth pitch here between Ben Larson and Ryan Ball. Larson at O'Day High School up in the Seattle area, is from Port Orchard, Washington, a 2017 preseason underclassman All-American honorable mention. First team All-League as a senior at O'Day. Has another 3-2 pitch to Ryan Ball. And just misses up, ball four. And we've got runners on the corners in a first inning that we thought was going to be over a couple of minutes ago. And now it is extended to a fifth batter. And that's Eamon Lance, who is hitless so far in the season. 0 for 3, has a walk and a run scored. So Lance to the plate, right-handed batter. Digs in against Ben Larson, who's given up his fourth walk in 3 innings. Had not given up a hit until that fly ball that landed for a triple. Ball one up high to Eamon Lance. Bullpen filling out for Ridgefield. A lot more arms available this series than last. Byron Clack coming in. Joey Martin as well available today. Both those players just coming in after last series. The 1-0 pitch hit and perhaps playable. Caden Connor this time sees this one, comes in towards foul territory and makes the catch on the run. So Caden Connor couldn't find a ball earlier that landed for the triple, but he makes a nice running catch to end the inning, and Ridgefield puts up a 0 in the top of the first inning. Took 5 batters to get there, but After 5 batters, it's still a 0-0 ball game. Ridgefield will bring up the right fielder, Caden Connor, to lead off in the bottom of the first inning when we return. This is Ridgefield Baseball on the Raptors live stream.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
The starting pitcher for the Portland Pickles, a right-hander in Elias Farland. Stands at 6'5", 230 pounds, plays for the Cougars of Washington State. He'll come in here to start for the Pickles in Game 4 for both of these teams. Ridgefield at 3-0 on the season. The Portland Pickles 2-1. Winning the series against the Wenatchee Apple Sox, a team that Ridgefield will not play this entire season, the only team in the league that they will not play. Meanwhile, Ridgefield playing the Bend Elks and winning all 3 games. Caden Connor had a great series against the Elks. He steps in now to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Portland going scoreless in that top of the first with a base hit and a walk. Caden Connor had a fun experience in right field, made a nice catch to end the inning, and now he steps in to lead off for the Raptors. First pitch is a strike to Caden from Elias Farland, right-hander to left-handed batter. Caden Connor, coming out of Cal State Fullerton, has a double in every game this series. Every game this season, I mean, including the exhibition against Cowlitz. 4 doubles in 4 games, leading the team in that category. 0-1 pitch inside and low, ball 1. Battery mate for the Portland Pickles is Evan Leibel. Going around the horn for the Pickles lineup, you've got Cam Clayton at third base. There's Jacob Jablonski at second base, or at shortstop, excuse me. The second baseman is Ryan Ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch, hit and flared towards shallow left field. Could be a tough play for Gardino, but he does make the catch on the run. The left fielder Ryan Gardino pulls it in for out number 1, and that'll bring up John Peck, the shortstop. The first baseman Sam Haney. Center fielder is Gabriel Arellano, and the right fielder Gabe Scoro returning to the Portland Pickles lineup this summer. John Peck, the shortstop today, made a nice play in that first inning. He's played second base every game this season until now. First pitch to Peck is hit towards second base on one hop, fielded by Ball, throws to first and gets him by a step and a half, 2 away. Brings up Kobe Morales, had a home run in that Bend series that escaped the batter's eye in straightaway center field, the first of 2 Raptors to do so. Cody Darcy also had one over the roughly 20-foot tall green batter's eye out in straightaway center field. Morales, a left-hand hitting first baseman with a .333 average, 4 RBIs on the year, has a double and a triple and a home run. So he's hit for the cycle in this season, the young season, only 3 games old. First pitch inside, ball 1 to Kobe. Scoreless ball game. Ridgefield and Portland both recording outs in their first 2 at-bats. Portland made it interesting with a triple and a walk, but did not score. Now Ridgefield trying to also make things dramatic, and Kobe Morales gets a piece of this one, pops it up into shallow center field. Arellano looking for it, locates it, and pulls it in fairly deep center field for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Elias Farland and the Portland Pickles, and we are scoreless through 1 inning of play. Ben Larson back out to the mound. He'll face Sam Haney, Ryan Gardino, and Gabe Scoro when we return. It's the Raptors and the Pickles. No score. To the second inning we go.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Top of the second inning, Ben Larson back to work for Ridgefield. Both starting pitchers going scoreless innings in the first. Larson back to work, the Gonzaga product in the top of the second inning. First pitch is inside to leadoff hitter Sam Haney, the first baseman for the Portland Pickles. 3 for 12 on the season so far. Larson, the right-hander, working from the first base side of the rubber, throws a 1-0 pitch outside, ball 2. 2-0 is the count to Sam Haney with 2 walks on the year and is ahead 2-0 to Ben Larson. No score here in the second inning. Off speed on the 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Ridgefield defeating Bend and got better as the series went along. 5-1 was the victory on the opener. The 2-1 pitch fouled backwards. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sam Haney. After that, Bend and Ridgefield in the Saturday matchup with the Raptors piling up 22 hits in that Saturday game. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Larson. Fastball on the outside corner, got him looking, and his first strikeout of the ball game. It's a punch-out looking of Sam Haney, 1 away in the second inning. Ben Larson gets the leadoff man. Ryan Gardino, the next batter, the left fielder with a .364 average and a team-leading 3 doubles on the year. Right-handed batter against right-handed pitcher for Ben Larson. Ridgefield totaling double-digit hits in every game of that Bend series. Leads the league in hits so far this season. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch down low, ball 1 from Ben Larson. It's early, so it's a small sample size, but for what it's worth, 46 hits through that series. That's 20 more than any other team in the league had totaled through the first series. 1-0 pitch from Ben Larson. That slider that catches the inside corner. Front door slider that looks like it's going to end up on the inside for a ball and then comes back and catches the inside part of the plate. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. A scoreless tie here between the Raptors and the Pickles. Down low on the 1-1 pitch. Been using the fastball and the slider most often so far for Ben Larson. Right-handed pitcher for the Ridgefield Raptors. Second appearance for him on the season. 2-1 pitch, checked his swing, went around, and that's strike number 2 on Ryan Gardino. Also leads the team with 4 RBIs as the Pickles bookended their series against Wenatchee. Portland winning the first one 6-0. 2-2 pitch is just a bit low. Ball 3, 3-2. Portland blanking Wenatchee 6-0. Then they lost 4-2 and then came back with an 11-0 win in the series finale. Here's the payoff pitch with 1 out. It is fouled back behind home plate. We'll see the 7th pitch of the at-bat. So both of these teams coming off of shutout victories. Ridgefield defeating Bend on Sunday 13-0 was the final, and Portland beating Wenatchee 11-0 the final score. And so these two teams are atop the Southern Division standings. Here's the payoff pitch. It is again fouled back into the netting. So this at-bat will last at least 8 pitches between Ben Larson and the right-hand hitter Ryan Gardino. Obviously the standings will mean a lot more as we get further into the season, and the rosters look a lot more like what we anticipated them to. 3-2 pitch, cut on and missed. Went after a high fastball and struck him out. 2 straight punch-outs in the second inning, and Ben Larson is dicing right now. The only hit he's given up was a soft fly ball to right field that just kind of got lost in the sun or the clouds, and it was ruled a triple, although very easily could have been caught had it been seen. And so really Ben Larson has not given up anything good. Just one walk was the only productive thing so far. Gabe Scoro, the next batter. Inside, ball 1 to Gabe, who is the right fielder. Was the first signing of the season for Portland. His 4th straight year with the Pickles. That's never been done in the history of the ball club. Ball 2 from Ben Larson. Of course, there was no West Coast League last year, but the Portland Pickles did participate in the so-called Wild Wild West League of the infamous summer of 2020. 2-0 pitch, up and in, ball 3 to Gabe Scoro. Gabe had the batting title last year, hitting .543 on the summer. Comes back for year number 4 with the Pickles, and he walks on 4 pitches with a fastball up and in. Larson pitching around Scoro. Didn't look like he wanted to use the off-speed very much against the right-hander, and gives him a free pass on 4 pitches. Second walk of the ballgame issued by Ben Larson. Mark Magdaleno head coaching tonight for the Portland Pickles out of the third base box. His counterpart in Chris Coda, second-year head coach for the Raptors, the only head coach in the history of this young organization. And now home plate umpire John Pollan calling timeout and requesting a change of baseballs, and gets Larson to throw the ball back in and offers him a replacement. So runner on first. There are 2 outs here in the second inning. Next batter is Cam Clayton, the 9-hole hitter, a 4-seamer on the inside half. 0-1 the count to Cam Clayton, who has 8 at-bats on the season, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Both hits singles on the year. Runner on first, 2 outs, top of the second inning, no score. Off the hands and fouled towards the baseball field behind first base, and one of the kids in the little youth game going over there grabs a souvenir. 0-2 the count from Ben Larson. Looks into his battery mate Cole Ehrman. Checks the runner at first, comes set, and throws the 0-2 up high. Ball 1 to Cam Clayton, playing third base today. We'll turn over the lineup to Gabriel Arellano after this. Larson peers in with the outfield behind him, playing shaded a touch towards left field. 1-2 pitch from Larson is hit to deep left field. Going back on the ball is Reese Hernandez to the track and makes the catch at the wall to end the inning. Cam Clayton got almost all of that one, and it took Hernandez back to the wall, but he made the catch with his left shoulder brushing up against the fence, and that ends the second scoreless inning of work for Ben Larson. He retires 3 out of the 4 he sees. Still no hits allowed by the Gonzaga product, and we are on to the bottom of the second inning. When the Ridgefield Raptors come up, it'll be Will Chambers, Cody Darcy, and Tafton Hensley to the plate. Bottom of the second coming up in a scoreless game here from Ridgefield, Washington.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-size utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
First batter at the bottom of the second inning is Will Chambers to lead off for the hot-hitting Ridgefield Raptors. First pitch from Elias Farland is a ball outside. Ridgefield leading the league in base hits. Will Chambers has played a big role in that, leading the team with a .500 average on the season. 6 of 12 in that first series against the Elks. 1-0 pitch from Farland. A fastball cut on and missed by Will Chambers. Switch hitter in Will Chambers from College of the Canyons. Leads the team in 5 RBIs. And 1 home run that he hit from the right side. Now batting from the left against right-handed pitcher Elias Farland out of Washington State. 1-1 pitch. Above the belt, ball 2 from Farland. Will Chambers enjoying the scenery here in Ridgefield, Washington, and getting to see a new part of the country. Grew up in Southern California, plays college baseball in Southern California, played at 2 different colleges in the Golden State. 2-1 pitch, big swing, and missed that one as well. 2-2 the count to Will, who will still be a freshman next season despite being 21 years old. With all the extra years of eligibility and injuries. 2-2 pitch from Farland is swung on and missed again. Couldn't locate it on his 3 swings and gets a strikeout swinging of Will Chambers. Brings up Cody Darcy, sliding up to the 5 hole today. Darcy leading the team among the team leaders in slugging percentage with a .929 mark in that category. Cody playing third base, hitting .429 in this young season. A scoreless game so far, bottom of the second inning. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, a hard-thrown fastball from Elias Farland, who has yet to allow a hit today to the Raptors hitters. 1-0 the count to Cody Darcy. Righty on righty in this matchup. The kick and the delivery. Outside ball 2 to Cody, who has 1 double in that series. 4 RBIs for the third baseman. Played 1 inning of shortstop. He said he mostly has played short in his baseball career, but has played third base almost every inning other than 1 when he played short for Ridgefield. Hits one to center field and hits it pretty well. Arellano going back. He is going to run out of room. Cody Darcy has hit his 3rd home run of the year. He is absolutely on fire right now for the Raptors. Waves the arm as he's coming around second base. Cody Darcy, a solo home run to break the scoreless tie. And Darcy is the first to touch home plate for either team tonight. How about that for Cody Darcy using a new bat? He broke his previous bat in the Saturday game against Bend on a base hit, and it splintered near the handle and had to use a new bat. Homered in back-to-back plate appearances on Sunday in the first game he'd used that new bat, and now is homered 3 times with the replacement. Nicely done for Cody Darcy, picking up 3 home runs. Next up is Tafton Hensley, the center fielder. Ball 1 from Elias Farland. First hit he's given up today, and it's a homer to right center field, just to the right of the batter's eye. So Cody Darcy hitting it to all fields. Ball 2 down low to Tafton Hensley. Darcy hit his first home run over the batter's eye on the very far right portion of that part of center field. Hit the next one to left center and that one to right center. So can hit it all over. 2-0 pitch to Hensley is grounded towards third base. Deep in the hole, it's fielded by Clayton. Throws across and it brings the first baseman off the bag. Haney had to jump off the pillow to snag it. And safe at first is Tafton Hensley. Will be an infield single for Tafton. And he's aboard at first with still only 1 out in the inning. So that brings up Cole Ehrman, the catcher. Infield shifting into double play depth for the Pickles. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in the inning. A 1-0 lead for the host Ridgefield Raptors. Farland torches a fire ball but misses the plate. Ball 1 to Cole Ehrman, who's batting .333, 3 RBIs. No extra base hits yet for the Cal State Fullerton product. But he swings a good bat and has a man on first here in the second inning. A 1-0 lead for the Raptors. 2 hits in the frame. Ehrman swings behind the fastball of Farland. So Hensley on first base will up his average. Already batting .333. His 6th hit of the season already to tie the team lead. Swung on by Ehrman, a big chopper to third base, fielded and thrown to second the short way. Clayton gets the out, and then safe at first is Ehrman. Nearly got the double play from Clayton to Ball to Haney. And a fielder's choice on the play. Cole Ehrman is safe at first. 2 outs, runner on first, 1 run in the inning. A 1-0 lead with Reese Hernandez to the plate. The left fielder 1 for 2 on the season. Just came in and played his first game on Sunday, coming up from San Jose. He's from Santee, California. Plays for the Spartans of San Jose State. Strike called from Elias Farland, trying to limit the damage to 1 run in this inning on the solo homer by Cody Darcy. Hernandez from Santee, although if you ask him where he's from, he'll just say San Diego, because he doesn't expect many people to know where Santee is. It's in San Diego County. The 0-1 pitch, also a called strike. That was a ball. 1-1 the count to Hernandez with 2 outs and a runner on first. Farland checks the runner, comes set. Looks back at the runner again over the shoulder, and the fastball gets away from the catcher, but not too far. Leibel scoops it up a couple feet away from home plate, and Cole Ehrman stays at first. Hernandez, who signed with the Raptors last season, never did make the trip up to Ridgefield with the cancellation of the 2020 season, but excited to spend the summer here and see the area of southern Washington. Strike on the 2-1 pitch, another called strike. 2-2 the count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Ridgefield leading 1-0 here in the second inning. Farland with the high sock stirrup look, throws the 2-2 pitch, grounded towards second. It's actually the first baseman who handles it, throws to the pitcher covering, and he just got him at first. Haney initially was going to run it to the bag himself, then changed his mind and tossed to Farland covering. And the second baseman was also in the area, so 3 Pickles all near first base, and it's Farland who makes the putout to retire the side. 1 run in the inning on 2 hits, a solo home run by Cody Darcy, his 3rd home run in the last 2 games, his 3rd home run in the last 4 at-bats. And the Raptors strike first, a 1-0 lead for Ridgefield through 2 innings of play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Thanks for joining us for Ridgefield Raptors baseball this season. Every game will have broadcasted right here on the Raptors live stream. And especially if you've been watching for the last couple of years, happy to have you with us. And if you have been watching since 2019, you'll enjoy the new pitcher coming in as Ben Larson gives way after 2 innings of work. Scoreless baseball for Ben, gave up just 1 hit and a couple of walks. New pitcher for the Raptors, returning to the organization, is a left-hander out of Dallas Baptist by the name of Joey Martin. pitched in 2019 and pitched tremendously. Led the league in strikeouts that year and comes back to the Raptors for season number 2 here in Ridgefield. His school is still playing. He's not on the roster, but he will play for Ridgefield early this season. Dallas Baptist did win the Fort Worth Regional as the 3 seed. It was TCU, the host, Oregon State, the 2 seed, Dallas Baptist, the 3 seed, and McNeese State, the 4 seed. Dallas Baptist winning, and then winning against Oregon State, beating TCU. Got to the Catbird seat and only had to win 1 of 2 games to advance out of the Fort Worth Regional. Joey Martin did not pitch in that series, although starting in center field was a player we will see in Ridgefield later this season in Rivertown, who continues to play for the Dallas Baptist Patriots. Here's the first pitch from Joey Martin in the season of 2021, and it is a called strike against leadoff hitter Gabriel Arellano, who flew out to center field against Ben Larson to lead off this ball game. 0-1 pitch, a fastball, strike 2 from Joey Martin. Dallas Baptist ended up losing the Sunday game on a walk-off home run to Oregon State, but they had a second chance to win the Game 7 of the regional. The 0-2 pitch, check swing on appeal. He did go around and tag him out. Cole Ehrman makes the tag, asks for help, and Chad Little, the field umpire, says yes, he did go. Strikeout swinging on 3 pitches, and the West Coast League strikeout leader of 2021, Joey Martin, gets his first strikeout on his first batter faced this season. 2019, he led the whole league in strikeouts. Here's the first pitch to Evan Leibel. It's finally a ball thrown by Joey Martin. Joey, who had a tremendous season for Ridgefield, had 67 strikeouts that summer, sprayed foul on the 1-0 pitch from Leibel, the catcher who grounded out in his first at-bat. 1 out, nobody on. Ridgefield leading 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd. Martin, a left-hander, 5'11", 185, outside and low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. He was an all-star in the West Coast League in 2019 and 14 appearances that year. He actually started 10 games, had a 3.83 ERA. 2-1 pitch, just outside, perhaps a touch low as well. Ball 3, 3-1. Finished on a high note in that season in 2019. Went 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, and a 6-3 win over Bend. Swung on and missed on the 3-1 pitch. Evan Leibel will be a 3-2 count against Joey Martin. Joey had 8 strikeouts in that final appearance of 2019, and he overtook first place in the league by 1 strikeout and took the crown of strikeout leader that season on his final appearance. 3-2 pitch, hit grounded first base side into the left hand of Mark Magdaleno, the head coach for Portland. So Joey Martin off on the right foot here in his first appearance, striking out the first batter he sees, and now a 3-2 count to the second in Evan Leibel. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the payoff pitch, breaking ball inside corner, a second strikeout for Joey Martin, 1 swinging and 1 looking. And he has struck out both batters he's faced. He only has 65 to go to tie 2 years ago. Joey Martin, who just came in and eligible today, was not on the roster last series as he was traveling from Dallas, where he pitches for the Patriots. Breaking ball misses to the 3-hole hitter, Jacob Jablonski. Joey, who is originally from Kaufman, Texas. 0-1 pitch is a strike, 1-1 the count. Grew up in Comfort, Texas, went to Comfort High School, went to Kansas State as a freshman, McLennan Community College as a sophomore, and then Dallas Baptist. The 1-1 pitch pops the glove, but it's outside 2-1. So while he's played for 3 different colleges, the main constant has been his summer league team in the Ridgefield Raptors, coming back for year number 2. Did go around on the 2-1 pitch. It's 2-2 to Jablonski, who had a triple in his first at-bat on a fly ball to right field that got lost in the sun and ended up at third base, but was stranded there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs and nobody on. Ridgefield leading 1-0. 2-2 pitch, up and away, ball 3. Full count from Joey Martin, striking out the first two batters he has faced. The 2-2 pitch hit to right field, tailing towards the line. Caden Connor running over, finds it and makes the catch, just barely in fair territory. So Joey Martin retires the side in order with 2 strikeouts along the way. At this rate, he'll certainly be the 2021 strikeout leader, but more importantly, no runs in for Martin in the third. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. It's the Raptors 1, the Portland Pickles yet to score. Back after this.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 1:05 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag. But they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs, available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
First at-bat of the day for Tanner Jocks, 9-hole hitter and the second baseman for Ridgefield as the Raptors lead 1-0 here in this ball game. Elias Farland out for his third inning of work. Ben Larson goes the first 2 innings for Ridgefield, 2 scoreless innings for the Gonzaga Bulldog. And Joey Martin next. 1-0 pitch swung and missed by Tanner Jocks, who's batting .273 with 3 runs batted in on the season. 1-1 the count from Elias Farland, a Longview, Washington native. Went to R.A. Long High School. 1-1 pitch hit back towards the middle. The shortstop fields. Jablonski throws to first and gets him in time for the ground out 6-3. 1 away in the third inning. Ridgefield leading 1-0. Back to the top of the order, and Caden Connor, who flew out to left field in his 15th at-bat. Caden Connor leads the league in a somewhat obscure but fairly important statistical category, which is, in terms of strikeouts, he's not struck out a single time, although plenty of hitters have done that. But amongst players who have not struck out, he has the most at-bats. So give him the tiebreaker in that category. Ball 1 up high to Caden Connor. 15 at-bats now, and Connor's not struck out a single time in those plate appearances. Caden, the right fielder from Cal State Fullerton, has 5 hits, 2 runs scored, 3 doubles. 4 doubles if you include the exhibition game. He also has 4 RBIs and a sac fly. 1-0 pitch is a strike from Elias Farland, the Washington State right-hander, 6'4", 230. Was the number 11 ranked right-hand pitcher in Washington when he was coming out of R.A. Long High School. All-state or all-league honors. Connor hits one foul on the 1-1 pitch towards the third base side. Preseason All-America West region when Farland was a senior from Longview, playing for the Portland Pickles now. He's given up 1 run through the first 2 1/3 innings. Here in the bottom of the third, it's Ridgefield leading with that 1-0 score. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caden Connor. Swings and fouls it at the plate. Avoids his first strikeout of the season. Also trying to keep the streak alive of a 4-game hit streak and a 4-game double streak. Has 1 2-bagger in each game. Outfield playing towards left field. The center fielder pretty starkly towards left center. Big hole in right center field. One ball and 2 strikes up high. Thought about going after it, but holds back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Caden Connor. After him will be John Peck, Kobe Morales, and then Will Chambers. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on base. You're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Farland kicks and throws in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle from Caden Connor to foul off a 2-strike pitch, and now taking a couple balls all the way to a full count now for Caden. Out of Orange Lutheran High School, first-team all-league player in his high school days, leading the league in batting average. Good hitter. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Fastball hit towards second base. A grounder to Ball, who misses it, and it goes into right field. Ball just had the ground ball bouncing towards him, and it was up near his shoulder, and he tried to snare it with the glove and just missed it. Goes into right field. It is ruled an error on the second baseman. Ryan Ball misplaying that grounder that was hit pretty right towards him. Didn't have to move a whole lot. And bounced through the infield into right. So aboard at first base is Caden Connor. First error of the game for either team. John Peck to the plate, who grounded out to second base. So Ryan Ball has made a play this game, just misses that one. John Peck does not swing at the first offering. A called strike from Elias Farland. 2 hits on the day for Ridgefield, 1 for the Pickles. A 1-run lead for the Raptors in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 0-1 count with a runner on first and 1 away. Righty on righty in this 1-out matchup. John Peck twirling the bat and doesn't swing. Outside ball 1, 1-1. Talked with John before the game about playing second base and complimented him on the nice plays he's made at second. He's been especially good going to his glove side, going to his left, and making some diving plays as the second baseman. 1-1 pitch inside ball 2. And I asked him when he really got solidified as a second baseman, at what point in his youth career did he hone in on second base? And he said, well, I've just always liked infield and played shortstop in high school, and it was more college where I've settled into second base. And right after I asked that, I looked at the lineup, and turns out he's playing shortstop today, which he played in high school. 2-1 pitch, swings and doesn't get it. 2-2 the count to John. Plays at Pepperdine University. Plays second base mostly for the Waves. Now it's a 2-2 count with a runner on first and 1 away. Throw down to first, and the pickoff move does not test Caden Connor. Does dive back in. Nick Allen, the first base coach for Ridgefield. Opposite him is Chris Coda, the head coach, who is approaching his 30th win. Or excuse me, just got his 30th win in his tenure with the Raptors. 30-27 in his 1+ seasons. 2-2 pitch up by the hands and a ball. Full count again from Elias Farland, running up the pitch total in this 3rd inning. The right-hander had a 3-2 count when Caden Connor grounded to second base. Error on the play, so Connor aboard at first base with 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and hit down the left field line and foul. Hooked it about 5 feet off the line, maybe less. And it is still a full count to John Peck. Comes back to home plate, adjusts the belt buckle, and has another payoff pitch upcoming for John, who's batting .429 on the year. Has 3 RBIs, 1 extra base hit on the season. 0 for 1 on the day for the shortstop. 1 out, 1 on, a 1-0 lead for the Raptors. Farland looks in, throws the payoff pitch, hit to center field, going back on is Arellano, and he makes the catch. Throws back to first. Connor will have to hustle, and he does get back to avoid a double play. Well hit ball out the barrel by John Peck, but it is a fly out. 2 away in the inning. Kobe Morales to the plate, who also flew out to center field today. That was his first and only at-bat to this point. The 3-hole hitter returns to the plate. Left-handed batter with 4 RBIs on the season. A .333 hitter so far. We'll get a chat from Brian Grant, the pitching coach for Portland, who comes out to discuss matters with Elias Farland. At the moment, I do not see much activity in the Portland bullpen. However, there are a few Pickles standing up, but nobody throwing in the pen right now. So Elias Farland should continue here, having given up just 2 hits, and really this inning could be over. He's faced 3 batters and induced 2 ground balls and a fly ball. The fly ball been caught, and one of the ground balls misplayed by his infielder, and so if any runs score, they'll be unearned on Elias Farland. A long chat between Brian Grant and his young pitcher. John Paulin, the home plate umpire, coming out to chat, and usually you see that mound visit break up as soon as the home plate umpire makes his way towards the mound, but John Paulin came out to the mound and stood around, and they kept on talking for a little while, and finally Paulin urged them on, and here we go. So Farland back to the mound. The righty faces left-handed batter Kobe Morales with a runner on first and 2 out. Out of Cypress College, Kobe Morales swings at the first pitch, just foul, first base line. Sam Haney was right on the bag and prepared to snag that one if it was left of the first base bag. Gabe Scoro goes out to retrieve the foul ball and toss it aside. 0-1 count to Kobe Morales, 2 outs, runner on first. Farland looks at the runner. Caden Connor comes set. Throws a fastball. Kobe Morales swings and got just a nick of it off the end of the bat. No balls and 2 strikes to Kobe. Big hitter, has a home run on the year. He has a triple as well, although the double is better hit. The triple misplayed by the left fielder got through him all the way to the wall, and Morales showed some good speed. 0-2 pitch, hit to center field. This will drop past the infield, and on 2 hops is fielded by Arellano, the center fielder. A 2-out single by Kobe Morales. 3rd hit of the ball game for the Raptors. And there's a runner in scoring position for the first time today. Puts Caden Connor on second base. Will Chambers to the plate, facing Elias Farland for the second time. And now Mark Magdaleno is going to make a pitching change. Mags comes out to chat with Elias Farland, and we will see a replacement out of the Pickles bullpen here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ridgefield leading 1-0 in this game. And so the inning that could have been over without the error will now extend through a pitching change break. That'll do it for Elias Farland. Goes 2 2/3 innings in the ball game, gives up 1 run. Any more runs that come in will not be attributed to him with the error earlier this inning, and 2 outs in the frame. So new pitcher for the Portland Pickles comes in with 2 outs and a runner on first and a runner on second. New pitcher for the Pickles is Jared Villalobos, a left-hander standing at 5'11", 180 pounds, plays for Cuesta College. So Villalobos will be the first reliever for Portland, with a runner on first and a runner on second. Good crowd here on hand at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. We'll see pretty much every team around the league come to the ballpark this season. A home-and-home pair of 3-game series between the Ridgefield Raptors and 8 of the 9 teams. Ridgefield will not play Wenatchee this season. 8 of the 9 other teams, I should say. There are 10 in the league this season. A total of 15 are actually in the league. The new Canadian teams have rounded out the West Coast League at 15 franchises in total, including 3 new Canadian teams. But those 3 new teams in Edmonton, Kamloops, and Nanaimo will have to wait a year to make their debut in the West Coast League. Hopefully next summer, if things pan out, which we believe they will. We'll have 15 teams, and in fact, with Springfield being added, we'll get 16 teams. How about that? Pair of 8-team divisions. That'll be a lot of fun next summer. But we get an intimate summer with 10 teams here this year in 2021. All right, 2 outs. Runners on first and second, Villalobos the pitcher, and Will Chambers switches from a left-hand hitter to a right-hand hitter. First pitch is a ball outside from Villalobos. Will Chambers, a switch hitter who's a little more comfortable from the right side of the plate. He's a right-eye dominant player. Tested that early on and feels a little bit better tracking the ball from the right side, but he hits well from both sides. Did hit the home run from this side of the plate. 1-0 pitch, off speed, also a ball. 2-0 the count to Will. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Ridgefield already leading 1-0 with a 3-0 record against the 2-1 Portland Pickles. Chambers sets for the 2-0. That one inside half, called a strike. 2-1 the count. Chambers swung 3 times in the first at bat. Ended up striking out in that plate appearance. Now watches a called strike against Villalobos. Holds the bat out as Villalobos very patient on the plate, and Chambers asks for time. Trying to switch up the tempo here against the left-handed pitcher. Jared is waiting a long time before coming set, and Will Chambers wants to work from his own pace. Another off-speed, up high, ball 3. Pretty good change in velocity from the fastball to the change from Villalobos. But has thrown 3 balls on his first 4 pitches. 3-1 the count with 2 outs. The 3-1 swung on and missed by Will Chambers. It's a full count for the College of the Canyons product. 2 outs, runners on first and second. The Raptors trying to extend the 1-0 lead. Center fielder and Arellano shaded well towards right center field, recognizing the opposite field power. Not a whole lot of wind right now. 3-2 pitch is in the zone. Chambers started to run towards first, and he is rung up on a strikeout looking to end the inning. Villalobos comes in with runners on first and second. He gets a strikeout to end the frame and strand 2. It's a 1-0 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors as we head to the 4th inning. Thanks for joining us on the Raptors live stream.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears.
Good stuff.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
There were 2 players added to the roster, got their jersey numbers, and are eligible today. Joey Martin is one of them. He pitched a scoreless 3rd inning. He comes back out for the 4th. Ben Larson started the game, went 2 innings, kept the Portland Pickles scoreless. Joey Martin struck out 2 in a 1-2-3 inning. Joey, the Dallas Baptist Patriot, comes out in the 4th with a 1-0 lead for the Raptors. And first pitch is a called strike to Ryan Ball. Second baseman drew an 8-pitch walk in the first inning and comes out for his second plate appearance. 0-1 pitch way low in the dirt and skips away from Cole Ehrman. Ball 1 as we start at the top of the 4th inning. Through the first 3 frames for the Pickles, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error. For the Raptors, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. The 1-1 pitch down low, ball 2 from Joey Martin, a left-hander with some filthy stuff. 2-1 pitch is grounded foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Joey is eligible for the first time to play today, and he comes in after just 2 innings. The other player, also a pitcher, Byron Clack, got his jersey number, wears number 37, and said he's hot and ready to go. He might pitch today as well in relief. 2-2 pitch from Joey Martin, outside ball 3. We'll have a full count. Joey, who has 4 pitches to work with, has a 4-seam fastball, has a cutter, a change ball, and a curveball. Payoff pitch with no outs from Martin, skipped it. Ball 4 from Joey. And there is a runner on first to lead off the 4th inning. Ryan Ball is aboard, has walked both times. Eamon Lance to the plate, who flew out to right field to end the 1st inning when Ben Larson needed to work through a couple runners on base, but stranded both of them in the 1st. Lance is 0 for 4 on the season so far for Portland. First pitch from Joey Martin, attacking the lower part of the zone and missing under the knees. Ball 1, 1-0. No outs, runner on first. Tying run at first base for Portland in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 pitch from Martin, swung on and tipped off the end of the bat by Eamon Lance and into the glove of Cole Ehrman. Strike 1, 1-1 the count from Joey. With probably the least amount of wind we've seen all season. It's usually blowing from left to right field, but almost no wind right now. Skipped in front of Cole Ehrman, goes out to grab it, and the runner holds. In fact, Ehrman almost threw down to first to try to get him, catch him kind of walking back towards first. No throw. 2 balls and 1 strike. No outs, runner on first. To Eamon Lance, the designated hitter. It was pretty windy in batting practice out towards right field, but has died down. 2-1 pitch, fouled back, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eamon, who has 1 run scored and 1 walk on the season as Portland defeated Wenatchee 2 games out of 3 as the Ridgefield Raptors were handling the Bend Elks in all 3 games of that series here in Ridgefield. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Martin. The runner goes, swung on and missed. A strikeout. The throw down to second is not in time to get Ryan Ball. So a strikeout and a stolen base on the pitch. Joey Martin gets his 3rd punch out of the ball game and just his 4th out, 5th batter face of the game, and he struck out 3 of them for the strikeout king of 2019. 67 strikeouts that year. He's up to 70 in his career for the Raptors. First pitch, swing and a miss from Sam Haney, first baseman. Was a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning, not of Joey Martin, but of Ben Larson, who had 2 strikeouts of his own. The starter for Ridgefield today exited after 2 scoreless innings. 0-1 pitch, a called strike from Joey Martin, ahead 0-2. When he is in the zone, it is hard to hit. Dan Hefner, the head coach at Dallas Baptist, has got a good pitcher in Joey Martin. 1 out, runner on second here in the 4th inning. Fastball got him on the outer half. Joey Martin strikes out another batter. And that's 4 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 2 swinging and 2 looking for Joey Martin. Brings up the 7-hole hitter, left fielder Ryan Gardino, was the other strikeout victim of Ben Larson. So we go from a Gonzaga pitcher to a Dallas Baptist pitcher for the 2 throwers for the Raptors today, a right-hander and then a left-hander. Joey Martin, the southpaw, working out of the stretch. First pitch is a strike at the belt. 0-1 the count to Ryan Gardino. Hitting .364 on the season. A runner in scoring position for the 2nd time today. The Portland Pickles yet to score. Runner on second with 2 outs now. Joey Martin, the 0-1 pitch is low, ball 1. Sun starting to drop here with the shadows creeping towards the 3rd baseline. The lights yet to be turned on here under the sun. 1-1 pitch, back foot slider is a ball or a cutter, I think that was. His cutter actually drops the most in velocity, even more than his changeup. His fastball, a four-seamer that works into the low 90s, can top out at 94, 95. The 2-1 pitch, up high, ball 3. He's got a cutter that goes down to 82 to 85. His changeup is in the mid-80s, 85 to 87. So his cutter drops the most in velocity. He's got some movement on it, and it's the one he can locate the best. It really looks like a slider. There's the 3-1 pitch as a strike. Full count from Joey Martin to Ryan Gardino. Likes to start with the fastball up and then work the cutter in there outside. He'll throw it even to right-handed batters. Full count with 2 outs, runner on second. Payoff pitch is fouled up high towards the lights. And we'll extend this at-bat to a 7th pitch. Ryan Ball, the runner at second. He'll be able to go on the delivery again, as he was last pitch on the foul ball. 3-2 offering upcoming from Joey Martin, who sets. The left-hander fires a pitch up high, ball 4. The runner will get to third on the wild pitch on ball 4. Joey Martin taps his chest, says my bad. So that's a live ball on a walk. The runner at second can advance, which he does. Ryan Ball to third, and Ryan Gardino, the batter runner, advances to first on the walk. 7-pitch base on balls. Joey Martin misses barrels a lot, but occasionally misses the zone as well. It's a second walk that he's issued. Both runners on base got on board via walk. First pitch a strike to Gabe Scoro, who drew a walk in the second inning. Ridgefield pitchers allowing just 1 hit, and it was a soft fly ball to right field back in the first inning. Now in the 4th inning, runners on the corners with 2 outs. 0-1 pitch up high. The runner from third will come home, and he will score without a throw. And this ball game is tied. Joey Martin, a wild pitch off the glove of Cole Ehrman, and Ryan Ball comes down the line to score for the Pickles. And the runner on first, Ryan Gardino, scoots down to second. So still a runner in scoring position. Tie ball game, 1 apiece. 2 outs, 1 ball and 1 strike from Martin. Up high, ball 2, 2-1. It was off the glove and into the netting, and then it kind of curved away from home plate. And if there was any chance to get Ryan Ball at home, that ball took an awkward bounce away from the plate and no chance to get him. 2-1 pitch, up high, ball 3. So Joey Martin already striking out 4, but allowing 1 run in the 4th inning, his second in the ball game. 3 balls and 1 strike. At the belt and just high, ball 4. 3 walks in the inning. Gabe Scoro, his second time on base. He's at first with Ryan Gardino at the plate, or at second base. Scoro to first. Cam Clayton, the 9-hole hitter, comes up, having flown out to left field to end the second inning. The Raptors hoping to similarly end this inning on a Cam Clayton at bat. Joey Martin gets a chat from Chris Cota. 2 individuals well acquainted with each other, having spent the entire summer of 2019 together with the Ridgefield Raptors. Ridgefield ending that season on a 4-game winning streak. Didn't make the postseason, but didn't miss it by that much, and hoping to make the playoffs for the first time in franchise history here in the 2nd year of competition. First pitch to Clayton is hit to right field. Caden Connor going back on the ball and makes the catch on the foul line and ends the inning on a 1-pitch fly ball. Joey Martin works around 3 walks in the inning. He does let in 1 run, but it is just the 1. Strands 2 in the inning. It's a tie ball game, 1-1, with Ridgefield coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban. or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
Found a giant spider in my bed.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head.
Got ants around my sink,
And I am starting to think
the experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free. Natura Pest Control, killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
Well, Cody Darcy comes to the plate for Ridgefield. An exciting season so far for the Nichols State infielder. Graduate student heading down to Louisiana. And will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. It's a 1-1 ball game between the Portland Pickles and the Ridgefield Raptors. First pitch is a strike from crafty left-hander Jared Villalobos, the Cuesta College pitcher. Comes out for his second inning of work. Came in with 2 outs last frame. The 0-1 pitch misses ball 1. Villalobos struck out the only batter he saw that inning to strand 2 Raptors on the base paths and keep it a 1-0 ball game. Cody Darcy goes halfway around and broke the wrist for strike 2. 1-2 the count. It was a 1-0 ball game when Ridgefield stranded those 2, and then Portland came out in the 4th, scored 1 on a wild pitch, and tied the ball game. Bottom of the 4th, 1-1 tie. That pitch at the letters, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cody Darcy lacing a ball to deep right center field that exited the ballpark in his first at-bat, his 3rd home run of the year to lead the team. 2-2 pitch, curves outside, ball 3. Full count for Cody Darcy. Has hit a home run to each field, left field, center field, right field. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, no, called a strike. That looked low and inside, but Darcy is rung up. A strikeout looking, and Villalobos has struck out both batters he has seen looking, and both times he got the strikeout, the hitter started to run up the first baseline thinking it was a ball, and both hitters had a case, especially Darcy. First pitch is a called strike to Tafton Hensley, who had an infield single in the second inning. Has 2 RBIs and a couple of doubles on the year so far for the center fielder from Mooresville, North Carolina, Charlotte area. 0-1 pitch, misses 1 ball and 1 strike. About 20 minutes from Charlotte, North Carolina. Has a lot of family in California, however. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tafton. Down low, picks it, 2 balls and 1 strike. His mom went from California to North Carolina to work in NASCAR. Mooresville is kind of known as the NASCAR hub. Ahead of the 2-1 pitch, changeup that fooled Hensley. Kind of nods his head like, okay, I got it now. I figured it out. I know what that looks like. He's got a 2-2 count with nobody on base, 1 out. Ridgefield in a 1-1 tie. Hensley at the plate, swings and grounds it foul. Stays a 2-2 count. That's how Tafton's mom met Tafton's dad in North Carolina when she moved out from California. She worked in NASCAR and marketing, and now Tafton comes back to where his family's at in California. Swings at the 2-2 pitch and misses it up high. And Villalobos has struck out all 3 batters he has faced. Shades of Joey Martin for Jared Villalobos. 1 more strikeout and he would tie his counterpart, the Ridgefield Raptor pitcher, the left-hander as well, who has struck out 4, both relievers in this ball game. First pitch is a ball to Cole Ehrman, the catcher who had a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. A 1-1 tie with Ridgefield recording 3 hits, the Pickles 1. First pitch, or the 1-0 pitch, is fouled into the screen on the first base side, bounces back towards the pitcher, and Villalobos goes out to grab it. Reese Hernandez in the on-deck circle and Tanner Jocks, the 9-hole hitter. Those are the next 3 guys, including Cole Ehrman at the plate. 1-1 pitch, not close. Ball 2, 2-1 from Jared Villalobos from Cuesta College. The 5'11" southpaw throws a called strike. 2-2 the count to Cole Ehrman. Right-handed batter against left-handed pitcher. Ehrman steps out, adjusts the pants, steps back in. 2-2 pitch is swung on and hit to right field. Coming in a hurry and can't make the play. Scoro misplayed it. It'll roll almost all the way to the fence. Ehrman rounds first, gets to second. He'll dig for 3. The throw at third is not in time. Cole Ehrman slides in safely for a 2-out triple. The Cal State Fullerton Titan laced one to right field, and Scoro is kind of caught halfway in between. Can I catch it on the run or do I dive for it? He did not leave his feet, but the ball eluded his glove just underneath the mitt and then bounced past him all the way to the warning track. And they're going to rule it an error on Gabe Scoro. He did not get the glove on it. That's the first batter that has put the ball in play off of Jared Villalobos. It was going to be a tough play for Gabe Scoro. Initially ruled an error, E9 on the play. Either way, Cole Ehrman is at third base with 2 outs. And somewhat similar but different play in terms of the final result, but different in terms of how it happened from when Ridgefield was playing defense, and also a ball hit to right field when Caden Connor lost it off the bat, and it was ruled a triple back in the first inning. Ridgefield stranded the runner at third. That was with 2 outs, similar to now. Hernandez, the batter, turns away from the pitch inside. It was Villalobos who struck out the first 3 batters he faced. Had a chat from his coach, back to the mound. 1-0 pitch, also misses. 2-0, skips away from the catcher, but Ehrman holds at third. Evan Leibel going over to retrieve it and make sure Ehrman didn't have enough real estate to sprint down after Portland tied the game on a wild pitch, and Ehrman will jump at the chance if he can do something similar with 2 outs. 2-0 pitch. Had the right height, but a little bit outside. Ball 3, 3-0. Reese Hernandez, who ended the second inning with a ground out to first base. Portland trying to end the 4th inning with him at the plate. Down the middle, strike 1. 3-1 the count to Reese Hernandez, who didn't know anybody on this team when he signed other than one player. He's teammates with Kobe Morales' brother at San Jose State, so he had met Kobe. 3-1 pitch, down low and outside. Ball 4. Hernandez is aboard for a walk. Runners on the corners for the 9-hole hitter Tanner Jocks. Tanner does not have any extra base hits on the year. He comes in batting .273, including a ground out to short in his first at bat. He's 3 for 12, 1 run scored, 3 RBIs. Has played in every game, started in every game. He came onto the team on a 10-day contract and hopes to extend that. Has runners on the corners with 2 outs. First pitch up by the shoulders over the plate, but way high. Ball 1 to Tanner Jocks out of Linfield in McMinnville, Oregon. A 1-1 tie between the Pickles and the Raptors, bottom of the 4th. Villalobos throws the 1-0 pitch and misses. Ball 2. Behind 2-0, if he walks Jocks, he'll come back to the top of the order, and that would load the bases, pushing Reese Hernandez to second. You've got Cole Ehrman at third. Runners on the corners, 2-0 pitch. He swings and fouls it back. Tanner Jocks now in a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Villalobos was in control, striking out the last batter of the 3rd inning to strand 2. That was the first batter he faced coming out of the bullpen. Then struck out in the first 2 batters of the 4th. But an error on the next batter and a foul ball from Tanner Jocks is a 2-2 count. Villalobos then walked the next batter, so he has not really given up anything too well hit, but he's still got runners on the corners. But 1 pitch away from getting out of it. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kicks and fires 2-2, hit right back to him, through his legs and into center field. Tanner Jocks has his 4th RBI of the season. He nutmegs the pitcher on an RBI single. Tanner Jocks is aboard to give the Raptors a 2-1 lead. RBI single for Tanner Jocks. That went right through the wickets of Jared Villalobos for a single to center field. Reese Hernandez to second base on the play, and Tanner Jocks with a clutch 2-out single up the middle for his 4th hit of the season and his 4th RBI. He's at first, back to the top of the order. Caden Connor to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Off speed up high, ball 1 to Caden, who got on board on an error in the 3rd inning, was stranded at second, and flew out to left field in his first at-bat. The leadoff hitter taps the plate with the bat, the left-hander against a fellow lefty, and Villalobos, who looks at first, looks at the runner at second, comes to the plate, fastball swung behind it and fouled third base side out of play. Off the bat of Caden Connor, who spent the day off moving into his host family. He had played the whole series, but he was in a hotel with his parents who came up to watch, and they were in the ballpark for those first 3 games. So it was with them in the hotel, and now moves in with the host family. 1-1 pitch to Caden. Does not go around. Up by the letters. Ball 2, 2-1. He helped Cole Ehrman move into his host family as well. They're with different families, but each of them helping the other one move in yesterday as they got settled. Their teammates down at Cal State Fullerton, the right fielder and the catcher respectively. Caden Connor, the right fielder, at the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. A pair of runners on base with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch is a strike called by home plate umpire John Pollen. 2-2 count. Runners on first and second. Ridgefield scoring 1 this inning to match the 1 run from the top of this frame. We're in the bottom of the 4th. So Portland tied it, and Ridgefield reclaims that lead as soon as they can. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch upcoming from Villalobos. Kicks and sprayed into left field over the glove of the third baseman Clayton. This will score 1 run. Hernandez comes home, and Jocks goes first to third. He slides in and is safe at third on the double by Caden Connor. His 5th double of the year, and he keeps the streak alive. He has now doubled in every game this season. An RBI double this time for Caden Connor. It scores Reese Hernandez. It's a 3-1 lead for the Raptors. Tanner Jocks slides into third. Even though it was a double, it was a close play at third with that ball into shallow left field. It went just over the glove of the third baseman Clayton. And that pitch was not in the zone, nor was it all that close. John Peck fouls off the first pitch. I was surprised that Caden swung at that ball, thinking he can work a full count here because that pitch was way outside, but he did a little throw the hand, swing the bat around, and deftly places it in left field. 0-1 pitch to Peck, swings at the off speed and fouled straight back. 0-2 the count to today's shortstop and 2-hole hitter. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 2 outs still in the inning. All these runs are unearned on Villalobos with the error on the right fielder earlier this inning that got the runner to third base. Then it was a walk, a single, and a double. Ball up high on John Peck as we continue in the 4th inning. One and two the count to John. 2 outs. Runners on second and on third. Lefty to right-handed batter. Swings at the 1-2 pitch and fouls it into the glove. An inning strikeout, and Villalobos has struck out the side with a couple of runs scored in the middle. Every out he's recorded has been via a strikeout, but 2 runs come in the inning with an RBI single by Tanner Jocks and an RBI double by Caden Connor. The Raptors lead it 3-1 after 4 innings of play. We'll come back after this. This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball on the Raptors live stream.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings has bundles of wings and fries so you can get more for less. With individual size bundles starting at just $9.99 and the 40-wing family XL bundle for only $39.99. It doesn't take a degree in chicken economics to know a good deal when it's pecking you in the face. Order wing bundles for takeout or delivery, part of the win-win value lineup at B-Dubs. At participating locations for a limited time only for takeout or delivery through Buffalo Wild Wings app and website. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Taxes extra.
To the fifth inning we go here in Ridgefield, Washington. Joey Martin back to the mound for the Raptors, who have taken a 3-1 lead in this ball game. Take a look at the scoreboard in just a moment. As Joey Martin comes back for another inning of work for the Raptors, a strikeout leader back in 2019, not just for the Raptors, but the whole West Coast League. He has pitched 2 innings so far in this ball game, so he will now go longer than the starter, Ben Larson, who did well to open it up. 2 scoreless innings. Joey Martin throws a ball outside to leadoff hitter Gabriel Arellano, who has led off 3 innings, all 3 at-bats. He flew out to center field in the first, struck out in the third. The 1-0 pitch down and away. Ball 2 from Joey Martin. 3-1 lead for the Raptors with 4 games in action today. 2-0 pitch down though, ball 3. Saw a delay in the Bend Cowlitz game. I'm not sure if they'll get that one underway. They're going to postpone that one until perhaps tomorrow, so they will not play in Bend today. 3-0 pitch down and away, ball 4. 4-pitch walk from Joey Martin, who had a lot of strikeouts in 2019. He did also issue a lot of walks that year as well, 56 of them. Bellingham leads Yakima Valley at last check. 2-1 is the score in the top of the 7th inning. That one going quickly. Here in Ridgefield, it's the top of the 5th inning with Evan Leibel to the plate with a runner on first and no outs. Last inning, Joey Martin walked 3 batters, let in 1 run, gave up no hits. A called strike from Martin, who gets ahead. In the first inning he worked, which was the 3rd inning, he struck out 2 and got a fly out, so 3 up, 3 down in that frame, but then went walk, strikeout, strikeout, walk, walk, fly out in the 4th inning. A wild pitch scored the 1 run of the Pickles. Pickoff move to first, and Arellano back to first base. 0-1 the count to Evan Leibel, the catcher, who struck out in his first at-bat. Joey Martin was the pitcher. His first at-bat against Martin. He also grounded out when facing Ben Larson. 0-2 on the day for the left-hand hitting Evan Leibel against the southpaw pitcher. It's hit back towards second base. Tanner Jocks flips with the glove to first. A double play as Tanner Jocks uses the glove to underhand to John Peck. A 4-6-3 twin killing, as Tanner Jocks never touched that ball with his skin. He just used the glove to flip it to second as he was running behind the bag. And a highlight play from the Linfield infielder. Tanner Jocks is comfortable at short. He's comfortable at second. Put him wherever. He'll make highlight plays. 2 down in the inning and nobody on. Tanner Jocks has played shortstop every game until now. Called strike on Jacob Jablonski. And it's an 0-1 count from Joey Martin. Back to the windup now for this at-bat. A called strike. He's ahead 0-2. John Peck had made some tremendous plays at second base, and Tanner Jocks had played pretty flawless baseball at short. Neither player has made an error this season. 0-2 pitch down and in, ball 1. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, nobody on. Ridgefield up 3-1. And the middle infielders for Ridgefield have just been splendid this season. 1-2 pitch is hit hard to right field, tailing foul. It's hit pretty deep. It'll get out of play. And it'll stay a 1-2 count. Tanner Jockson made some athletic plays running towards second base, and this one was hit up the middle. He went away from his glove side, reached out with the glove, and just flipped it back towards second to Peck, who made a tremendous throw to first for the double play. 1-2 pitch from Martin, swung on, hit towards the third baseman. Darcy fields on 2 hops, sidearms a throw to first. The lean from Morales, and it's in time to get Jablonski. A walk to lead off the inning, but Martin faces the minimum with a tremendous double play along the way. The top of the 5th inning has concluded. We head to the bottom half. Ridgefield maintaining a 3-1 lead in the frame. Quick look at the other scores around the league before take a quick break. Corvallis leading Port Angeles 5-1, and Wenatchee leading Walla Walla 2-0. The scores around the league. Back after this on the Raptors live stream.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, LaCenter, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
Kobe Morales will lead off for the Raptors here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 lead. Morales first pitch swinging and yanks it down the first baseline. As the sun is setting, the clouds clearing a bit to get the most direct sun we've seen in a while, right as it's heading towards the horizon. The lights turning on, and still a pretty bright day in Ridgefield, Washington. A cool day and a great day for baseball. 0-1 pitch just outside. Ball 1, 1-1 they count. And temperatures were near the 90s at first pitch on the season opener, and then it started to dip back down, and a perfect time for a road trip later in the week when we see rain for 5 straight days. Morales chases a ball up high and fouls it to the backstop. 1-2 the count to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 5th. A 3-1 advantage for the Raptors, playing at home in the midst of a 7-game home streak. After this series concludes on Thursday, the Raptors will head to Yakima Valley for their first road trip of the year. 1-2 pitch, off speed, ripped towards second base, through the glove. Going back to get it as ball. He slides to first, and safe at first is Morales. He slides in feet first on the hard line drive. That ball could not catch. It looked like he thought he had it in his glove. Ryan Ball reached up to grab it, and it bounced off his glove a couple of feet behind him. And for a moment, he didn't realize where the ball was. Now Mark Magdaleno is coming out to chat with Chad Little, the field umpire. It looked like Morales did beat that throw at first with a feet-first slide. Technically, analytics-wise, it's actually not helpful to slide at first. It's been shown that you get to the bag quicker just by running through it. But Morales still beat that throw with the feet-first slide, and then couldn't hold on to the bag with his glove. He slid past the bag, rushed back to step on first base. He was not tagged afterwards. Magdaleno ends his discussion with Chad Little, and the call remains safe at first, and it is an error on the second baseman, E4 on the play. 3rd error that the Pickles have committed today. Ridgefield has scored a couple of unearned runs in this game. Both of them last inning were unearned off of Villalobos, who is still in the game as a reliever for the Pickles. Next up is Will Chambers, no outs runner on first. Goes after the first offering and hits it foul on the third base side. Chambers looked like he had walked last inning, but a late call and a third strike looking. And so he's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Now the bat in the bottom of the 5th. Second pitch, he swings and laces it to center field. It drops for a base hit. And Will Chambers is aboard. The team leader in batting average is now 1 for 3. Came in with a 500 mark. He's now 7 for 15 on the season with 5 RBIs. Cody Darcy to the plate, who had a home run back in the 2nd inning. We may see a pitching change here as Mark Magdaleno is taking a stroll towards the mound. Great performance by Villalobos. A lot of the action on the base paths wasn't really his fault. That was one of the few base hits that really just was well hit moments ago by Chambers, but a couple errors along the way, a couple unearned runs, and Villalobos exits this ball game with 2 runners aboard and a 3-1 lead for the Raptors. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning and still no outs. Chambers is on first. Morales got to second on that base hit. And so Portland brings in a new pitcher to see Cody Darcy. Cody had the home run off of Elias Farland, the starter. He had the 1 strikeout against Villalobos. And now he will see a 3rd pitcher in his 3rd at-bat. The new pitcher for the Portland Pickles is Scott Wright. 6'3", 200-pound pitcher. He's a right-hander. So the Pickles go right-handed pitcher, left-handed pitcher, right-handed pitcher. And it'll be a righty-on-righty matchup as Scott Wright comes in. He plays for Butler University. And Scott Wright comes in for the Pickles in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 runners aboard, no outs. And this will be the 2nd appearance for Scott. He worked 1 inning in that Wenatchee series. 3 up, 3 down in that inning. Portland has a tremendous bullpen. Granted, it's a small sample size, but in that series, Portland had 9 different relievers who worked at least 1 inning in relief, and not only did not give up a run, they didn't give up a hit. As a whole, the Pickles bullpen has a 1.80 ERA, including those 9 relievers who had scoreless innings. They use, I think it was 11 different relievers overall. And Scott Wright, one of them, and the right-hander comes in. 3-1 is the score. Ridgefield leading, having scored 1 run in the 2nd inning and tacking on 2 in the 4th, right after Portland had tied the game at 1 apiece. So Ridgefield yet to trail in this game. In fact, Ridgefield has only trailed for about 1 inning this whole season, if you don't include Wednesday's exhibition against Cowlitz. And even that game, Ridgefield led for most of the contest before losing, but they're 3-0 in West Coast League games when Bend only had a lead for about an inning last series. Now in Game 4 of the West Coast League season, next up is Cody Darcy, steps in against Scott Wright. The right-hander checks the runner at second, looks at the plate, throws outside ball 1 from the Butler Bulldog against Cody Darcy, the 3rd baseman from Nicholls State. Had a home run in his first at-bat and thought he had a walk in the 2nd and looked down and in, called a strikeout. So he's 1 for 2 on the day as a 1-0 count with a 3-1 lead for Ridgefield. No outs. 1-0 pitch up and in, ball 2 to Cody Darcy. His 3rd home run of the year. Is using a new bat the last couple of games. He broke his bat in Saturday's contest against Bend, splintered it near the handle, and so had to use a new one on Sunday, and has worked great ever since. All 3 home runs on the year with this bat. Inside ball 3. It was a Christmas present, was this bat. Last Christmas, and he hadn't used it because that other bat he'd used for about a year. And he likes hitting with wood bats. He uses it a lot in fall ball and through the winter. So he broke out the new one, a Christmas present, Christmas 2020. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Darcy. It is low and away. Ball 4 to Cody, who trots down to first to load the bases. A 4-pitch walk for Scott Wright, who comes in and does not throw a strike yet. Will Chambers advances to second base, and Kobe Morales takes up 3rd. Bases loaded and nobody out. Next up is Tafton Hensley, who has 2 RBIs on the year, a chance to add to that number.
with the sacks full. A 3-1 lead for the Raptors. First pitch is at the belt buckle and a touch high, ball 1. 5 straight balls thrown by Scott Wright once he enters this game in lieu of Jared Villalobos. Scott Wright steps off the rubber. The first batter got aboard on an error. That was Morales. Then it was a single and a walk, with Wright coming in last batter. 1-0 pitch, inside, ball 2 to Tafton Hensley, right-hand hitter, who's hitting .333 on the year coming in and 1 for 2 on the day. 6 for 17 on the season. 2-0 pitch from Scott Wright over the plate and finally throws a strike. 2-1 to count from Wright. Bases loaded. Chambers and Morales are the pair in scoring position for Ridgefield, trying to extend the 3-1 lead here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Scott Wright sets the foot, adjusts, throws the 2-1 pitch, also over the plate, but missed low, ball 3. Has thrown 8 pitches. 1 of them have been a strike. Cody Darcy at first base takes a decent lead. He's not being held on. 3-1 pitch from Scott Wright. Swung on and missed. Full count to Tafton Hensley. Takes his first swing, and the first swing anybody has taken off of Scott Wright. Good looking pitch. Full count with the bases loaded. Nobody out in the 5th inning. Outfield playing a touch in, especially in left field to Hensley. Payoff pitch. Swings at it and sprays it foul on the first base side and out of play. Off the hands, kind of inside out to that pitch. And pops it foul to extend the at-bat to a 7th pitch off of Scott Wright. 5th batter he's faced this season. He got the first 3 out when he was playing Wenatchee in his 1 inning of work. But now watch the first batter, has a full count to Hensley. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It is low, ball 4, and he walks in a run. Kobe Morales trots down to home. Tafton Hensley picks up his 3rd RBI of the year. And the bases remain loaded as Will Chambers goes to 3rd, Cody Darcy to 2nd, and Tafton Hensley works a 7-pitch walk. Brian Grant, the pitching coach, walks out to Scott Wright, who comes into this ball game with runners on 1st and 2nd and walks the first 2 batters he sees. Don't see anybody throwing right now in the Pickles bullpen, but perhaps there's someone who... Well, now I do see a right-hander throwing out there with a jacket on, so don't know the number out on the pitcher for the Pickles, but it looks like Scott Wright will stay in, having an extended discussion with Brian Grant, the pitching coach for Portland, who is in his 2nd year with the Pickles, former pitcher in the Toronto Blue Jays organization. Exits after the conversation with Scott Wright. Bases remain loaded and still nobody out. It went error, single, walk, walk. And that has scored 1 run in the inning. Portland has scored in 2 consecutive innings. It's a 4-1 ball game. Cole Ehrman to the plate with a fielder's choice and an error to reach in his 2 at-bats. Ball 1 down and away from Scott Wright. He's gotten behind every hitter. Bases are still full. Cody Darcy and Will Chambers, the runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch from Scott Wright. Off speed is a strike. 1-1 the count to Cole Ehrman with 3 runs batted in on the year. A .333 hitter coming in this ball game. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cole Ehrman. Righty on righty matchup. Off speed, hits it towards 3rd base. Fielded on 1 hop by Clayton. He throws home and he gets past the catcher. And Will Chambers scores and everybody is safe. 1 run comes in, the bases remain full. Clayton threw home and Leibel couldn't catch it. It goes to the backstop and Chambers scores on the play. It's the 4th error of the ball game. And Chambers is the 5th Raptor to score. Reese Hernandez to the plate. Another error. For now, I'll mark it E5 on the throw unless they rule it on the catcher. Either way, it is an unearned run. Scott Wright has now faced 3 batters, walked 2, induced a ground out. It's a called strike on Hernandez. So Cole Ehrman to first base. Chambers scored. Darcy is now at third. And Taft and Hensley at second. Righty on lefty here. 0-1 pitch. Up, ball 1. Still no outs in the inning. 2 errors, 2 walks, and a single. It was ruled an error on the play. Strike on the outside half. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Call E5 on the play is the ruling. Error on the throw by Clayton. So that scores the run. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hernandez. Way high on that 1-2. Leibel coming out of his crouch to grab it up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Nobody out. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Ridgefield already putting a crooked number on the board. 2 runs in to take a 4-run advantage. Outfield playing deep. And Hernandez spoils the 2-2 pitch. Was a little bit out ahead of it and managed to wait just enough to get a piece of it and foul it back. The center fielder playing fairly deep. Now looks a little more straight away. Left field playing a touch in on the left-hand hitting Reese Hernandez. 2-2 pitch from Scott Wright. Down the middle and swung on, missed it, foul tipped it actually into the glove. And finally, the Pickles have recorded an out here in the 5th inning. So 1 away. It brings up Tanner Jocks, who came to the plate with a couple runners on last inning in fact. Laced a single through the legs of the pitcher for an RBI single. Now comes up with 1 out, and the base is loaded. That was his 3rd RBI, make that 4th RBI of the year for Tanner. Comes from Vancouver, Washington, plays at Linfield. Has a 1-0 count from Scott Wright. Second pitch, thought about going around, decides not to swing, and it is called a ball. 2-0 the count from Scott Wright. Hensley at second base in scoring position, standing 90 feet behind the runner at third, Cody Darcy, and a runner at first in Cole Ehrman. 1 out, bases loaded. That pitch right down the middle for the first strike. 2 balls and 1 strike in the at-bat for Tanner Jocks. Also had a ground ball to short. So he's 1 for 2 in the ball game. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. The bases loaded. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and didn't get it. It was on the outer half and swung through it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tanner Jocks. Outfield shifts towards right field with the center fielder a good 10-15 feet to the right of straightaway center field. 2-2 count from Scott Wright. Swung on and chopped towards the shortstop on 2 hops. Jablonski throws to second. The throw on to first is not in time for the double play, and a run scores. An RBI fielder's choice for Tanner Jocks, who has 2 RBIs on the day. Cody Darcy is the 6th runner to score for the Ridgefield Raptors. Cole Ehrman was the one thrown out at second. Hensley on to third. Tanner Jocks aboard at first. It's 6-1. The Raptors lead over the Portland Pickles. And we're back to the top of the order here in the 5th inning with Caden Connor at the plate. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Has already taken care of the double streak, a double in every game this season. So don't got to worry about that anymore. He hits one on the first pitch, ground ball to third. He'll go to second and gets him at second base to end the inning. Clayton throws to Ryan Ball, both of whom made errors this inning, but they do finish the frame on a nice piece of defensive work to, in the 5th inning, 3 runs come in the frame. Ridgefield extending the lead. It's now the Raptors 6 and the Pickles 1. To the top of the 6th inning we go after this.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
Here in Ridgefield, it's a 6-1 ball game with the Raptors leading the Portland Pickles. In Philadelphia, the final score 118-102, with the 76ers defeating the Atlanta Hawks in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. I bring up that score because of the new pitcher incoming for the Ridgefield Raptors, a Seattle native and a self-proclaimed non-bandwagon fan of the Philadelphia 76ers, so he's happy to see the Joel Embiid-led Philadelphia squad even up that series. He was wearing a Philadelphia 76ers jersey when I first met him last week and asked him why he became a Sixers fan. He's from Seattle and plays college baseball in Los Angeles. He said it's a long story, and we were chatting today out in the bullpen. I said, okay, so tell me that long story, and so he told me a little bit about it. More importantly now for this ball game, we'll recap what he said, but more importantly for the game, he comes in the top of the 6th inning with Ridgefield leading 6-1. The lanky right-hander throws a fastball outside, ball 1 to the leadoff man for the Portland Pickles in Ryan Ball, a second baseman who walked and is the only Pickle to score in this ball game. Scored on a wild pitch in the 4th. Swings and misses the 1-0 pitch. 1-1 the count. He has walked in both at-bats, has Ryan Ball. So Joey Martin exits after 3 innings of work, gave up 1 run. 1-1 pitch from Jacob Fried is outside, ball 2. Fried, a 6'6", 190 pounder from Loyola Marymount. Pitched 1 year, is out of Washington, Seattle native. 2-1 pitch from Jacob Fried is a fastball fouled back. 2-2 the count. Jacob was a 4-seamer, a slider, and a split change. And as a 2-2 count to Ryan Ball here in the top of the 6th inning. The Raptors with 6 hits, having scored 6 runs, allowing just 1. Fried through the windup, throws the 2-2 pitch, hit up high and tailing on the third baseline, foul territory, and will run out of room. Even Jacob Fried himself went sprinting towards that ball, with the third baseman and the catcher both running towards it, and Jacob said, I'll add a third set of eyes for it, but none of them have enough real estate to grab it. 2-2 remains the count to Ryan Ball. Right-hand pitcher to left-hand batter, with a big hole up the middle for the infield, playing towards the lines against Ryan Ball. Sets up in the very back part of the box. 2-2 pitch upcoming from Jacob Fried. Throws and swung and missed. Jacob Fried strikes him out. 1 away here in the 6th inning. Next batter is Sam Haney. No outs, nobody on in the top of the 6th. So Jacob Fried said it was, I think it was 7th grade, he says, when he became a Philadelphia 76ers fan. He was, in that stage in middle school where you think you know everything. He was very, self-deprecating in a nice way. He kind of says, I was so smart, with the quotes like, now I know I wasn't back then. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. And he was trying to make his friends see how smart of an NBA fan he was. So he was making some predictions on which NBA teams would finish and what seeds by the end of the year. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, misses 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. And even though Philadelphia that year, this was mid-2000s, was picked to be near the bottom of the Eastern Conference, 2-0 pitch inside, ball 3. He picked him in the 6th seed, and all his friends were surprised and questioning him, so of course he started to root for Philadelphia to hopefully vindicate himself, having predicted them to do way better than expected. 3-0 pitch is popped up in the infield. Morales, the first baseman, the closest one to it, and he'll make the catch a couple steps away from the bag for out number 1. So swinging on a 3-0 pitch and popping it up is Sam Haney. 2 away in the inning, Ryan Gardino to the plate. Philadelphia, if you follow the NBA, did not do a whole lot in the mid-2000s and 2010s. They had the whole process era where they essentially rebranded a rebuilding, tanking, let's get some good draft picks, and they've come back and got the 1 seed this year, and maybe it'll all pay off this season. First pitch is a ball. Even Sixers fans know the Brooklyn Nets are in the way, and Jacob Fried himself said, I don't think we're going to beat Brooklyn, but you never know. 1-0 pitch, swung on, hit to left field. And Reese Hernandez comes in, makes the running catch for the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Sixers fan, Jacob Fried. The Sixers win, and the Raptors are in the catbird seat right now. Fried helping out, holds the lead at 6-1 is the score. We move on to the bottom of the 6th inning as Ridgefield will bring up the, let's see here, where are we in the lineup? The 9-hole hitter. No, John Peck will be next up for Ridgefield when we return in the bottom of the 6th. Thanks for joining us from Ridgefield, Washington, where the Raptors lead by 5.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
Bottom of the 6th inning here from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. John Peck to the plate as his Ridgefield Raptors already leading 6-1 in this ball game over the visiting Portland Pickles, making the short drive across the border and in town to start a 3-game series today. John Peck looks at the first pitch, ball 1 from Scott Wright. Came in last inning for a difficult inning for the Portland Pickles. 2 errors in the frame, 1 hit and 3 runs scored in that 5th. Now we're on to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ridgefield with 6 runs on 6 hits. The 0-1 pitch under the hands of John Peck. It's called a ball. 1-1 is the count with no outs, just leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. Ridgefield and Portland will match up 3 games this series, all at the same time. 6:35 first pitch today, tomorrow, and Thursday. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball in there. Strike 2 from Scott Wright out of Butler University against the Pepperdine infielder. And John Peck steps back in, adjusts the batting helmet, waves the bat above his head, and prepares for the 1-2 pitch. Checks his swing, and according to the field umpire, did he go around? No. Good call, because he did not. 2-2 the count on John Peck. 6-1 the lead for Ridgefield, having gotten ahead 1-0 back in the 2nd inning. Stayed that way until the 4th when Portland tied it on a wild pitch. And it seemed like we might be in for a low-scoring game. It was 1-1 into the bottom of the 4th. Peck hits one up the middle. A seeing-eye single that makes its way into center field. And a base hit for John Peck, his first hit of the ball game. And he's aboard with a leadoff single to bring up Kobe Morales here in the 6th inning. Kobe steps in 1 for 3 in the ball game, having gotten on base twice via an error and a single in his last 2 at-bats. A single in the 3rd inning, and he scored after lacing a ball to second base. It was ruled an error, but he barreled that one up and hit it on a rope to the second baseman in his most recent plate appearance. Outside ball one on the first pitch from Scott Wright. First time that Kobe Morales has faced Scott Wright, it was Jared Villalobos to start last inning. Villalobos was chased during that extended fifth inning. Now in the sixth, Ridgefield trying to extend the 6-1 lead. Still no outs in this inning with John Peck aboard at first. Pickoff move, and a good move by Scott Wright, but Peck dives back just in time to first base. Looking into the sun, it's tough to see facing that way. Caden Connor lost the ball in right field, and the sun went behind the clouds for a little while and now has poked out, and so it's still tough again. Another pickoff move, and again John Peck kind of shielding his eyes from the sun, and he's taking a decent-sized lead. I think Scott Wright realizes he might lose it for a little bit. His reaction time might be a touch late. John Peck takes a 3-step lead. 1-0 the count to Kobe Morales. Swings and fouls this one pretty far to deep left field. It is starting to rain here at the Rourke. First time we've seen rain during a ball game, at least any significant rain. We were supposed to see some rain at 3 o'clock when I first checked the report, and then it kind of changed to not much, and it's still not supposed to rain a whole lot until 9 p.m., but, well, we're only about half hour away from there, so we're getting some drizzle right now. 1-1 the count from Scott Wright. Runner on first, no outs. Another throw to first, and Peck gets back. Third time that Scott Wright is thrown down to first base, but John Peck able to get back. Outfield playing pretty straight up in terms of distance, shaded towards left field. 1-1 pitch from Scott Wright, swung on and again fouled into the netting, this time on the third base side. Scooped up by Chris Coda, the College of the Canyons head coach. They did not have a season down in Santa Clarita this spring, so Chris Coda able to make his way up in plenty of time to Ridgefield, although not without responsibilities this spring. He's also a teacher at College of the Canyons. 1-2 pitch to Morales, swings at the high fastball and tips it into the glove of Evan Leibel. A strikeout of Morales. 1 out in the inning, 1 on base. Will Chambers to the plate, who is 1 for 3 on the day. He singled last inning and came around to score. Chris Cotto teaches some health classes and running classes, and when I talked to him on the season opener, he said, I was still teaching classes. I was grading papers earlier today. And then came out to coach a baseball game in the evening. 1 out, runner on first. Chambers doesn't chase the breaking ball outside. Ball 1 to Will, who came in with a .500 average. Went 6 for 12 in that opening series. And 1 for 3 in the ball game. I asked Coda, is it hard to teach from afar? He said, no, it's easy. Health and running classes, that's no problem when online format. Up and away on the 1-0 pitch from Scott Wright. 1 out, runner on first. Will Chambers steps out of the box, batting from the left side of the plate this time. The switch hitter who has had at-bats from both sides today. Waves the bat just back and forth off his shoulder and prepares for the 2-0. Runner goes, breaking ball outside. The throw down to second, not in time. Great jump from John Peck with the batting helmet flying off as he dives head first. And he goes on the 2-0 pitch and gets in there safely. It's now a 3-0 count to Will Chambers with a runner in scoring position now. John Peck, the stolen base. And Will Chambers has a hitter's count at 3-0 with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, way outside on the fastball, and Will Chambers is aboard with a 4-pitch walk. So Cody Darcy to the plate. Has put the ball in play once today, but has not given anything for the fielders to handle. In his 3 at-bats, he has walked, struck out, and homered. And here's the first pitch from Scott Wright with 2 runners aboard. Looks back at the runner at second, throws and misses. Ball 1. That ball looked close, and I think Arellano, the center fielder, was looking in, kind of raises his hands as if to indicate, not sure where that ball missed. 1-0 pitch from Scott Wright with 1 out and runners on first and second. The right-hander comes to the plate. Fastball hit towards the shortstop. Jablonski goes to second, on to first for the double play in time, and the inning is over. A 6-4-3 twin killing to strand a runner in scoring position, and Ridgefield finally goes scoreless for the first time since the 3rd inning. It is still 6-1, Ridgefield leading in this ball game. We head to the 7th inning with a 5-run advantage for the Ridgefield Raptors.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Jacob Freed back to the mound for Ridgefield here in the top of the 7th inning. The Raptors leading 6-1 in this ball game. Having scored 2 runs in the 4th, 3 runs in the 5th, finally went scoreless in the 6th inning. But it's still a 5-run lead for the Raptors. Jacob Freed back for his 2nd inning of work. He had 1 inning in the Bend series. Gave up 1 run on 1 hit in his first appearance. A scoreless inning last frame. And a first pitch ball to Gabe Scoro, who has walked both times to the plate for the Raptors. 3 for 10 on the year with a double is the right fielder, Gabe Scoro. 6-1 lead. Only 1 hit in the ball game for Portland. The second pitch is also inside, ball 2. The only hit that the Portland Pickles have gotten today was a soft fly ball to right field that was catchable but just completely lost in the sun. Caden Connor couldn't find it, and that's been the only hit. And since then, Portland has gotten on base on a handful of walks, but not much doing other than that. And this is coming off a game, as Jacob Freed throws a 2-0 ball. It's 3-0 the count. This is coming off a game where Ridgefield had a no-hit bid going into the 7th. 3-0 count from Freed is down, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Gabe Scoro, who has drawn 3 walks in as many plate appearances. The rain coming down pretty hard now, making things tougher, especially for pitchers. Fans, some of them putting on the ponchos. The one thing about that runner is that it does open up the opportunity for Jacob Freed to face not 3 but 4 batters in this inning, which will be somewhat significant. Strike 1 to Cam Clayton, in that the 4th batter of this inning would be Evan Leibel, who also plays at Loyola Marymount, same college as Jacob Freed, the pitcher. So be a pair of teammates facing against each other here in the West Coast League. He had to let one runner on in order to face Leibel, who's now in the hole for the Pickles. 0-1 pitch is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike for Freed, who will have to handle the wet conditions here through the rain. It's coming down fairly hard with some wind from left to right field. Breaking ball that is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Jacob Freed. Likes to throw that slider as a split change. Usually sits in the mid-80s on the fastball, but can get up to the 90s. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner on, nobody out. Freed kicks, runner goes. It's a foul ball off the hands from Cam Clayton, the third baseman, who is 2 for 9 on the season, 2 for 10, excuse me, 0 for 2 in the day. Has a fly out to left and a fly out to right in his 2 at-bats. He's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes to the 6'6" right-hander Jacob Freed. Holds the ball behind his back. Now comes set out of the stretch, has a short leg kick and throws the 1-2. It's hit to right field. Caden Connor going back. It's continuing to go nearly to the track, and Caden Connor pulls it in. Still a few steps in front of the track. And with the wind blowing out towards right field, although not very hard, Connor was able to track it and pulled in for the 3rd flyout of the day for Cam Clayton. Back to the top of the order now with Gabriel Arellano to the batter's box. Right-hand hitter against right-hand pitcher with 1 out, runner on first. The Raptors leading 6-1. Arellano has walked and struck out. Throw down to first, and Scoro dives back safely. Jacob Freed pitched 1 inning in his opening appearance. Goes a bit longer in this one. Ridgefield still needing to piece together 2 more innings after this one. The first pitch to Arellano just misses outside, ball 1. So the wind dies down as the rain picks up. And continuing to come down. 1 ball and no strikes from Jacob Freed to Arellano with 1 out. Fastball that's in the dirt, blocked by Cole Ehrman. 2 balls and no strikes from Jacob Freed. Played 1 year at Loyola Marymount, which went 20-29 this season under head coach Nathan Choate. Freed from Kenmore, Washington, went to University Prep. Peers in, preparing for the 2-0 pitch to Arellano. The kick and the throw is a called strike. Ehrman fakes the throw down to first, and Scoro dives back. Ehrman has backpicked 1 runner this season on a throw down to first base, but this time doesn't risk it. And in the rain, you're slightly increase the chance of losing the grip on the ball. Might throw it into right field. So probably a good choice to only throw if you really got a good chance of getting him. 2-1 pitch down in the turf. Ball 3, 3-1. Freed on a couple appearances this spring. Pitched 2 innings. 1 inning apiece in each of those 2 games, both against Pac-12 schools in UCLA and Arizona. Gave up 6 earned runs, but it's a highly ranked recruit, and a pitch inside that's called a strike. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch from Jacob Freed. Swung on and hit towards first base, and it goes over Kobe Morales, a chopper that will get in for a base hit. And this will put runners on the corners. It was hit into the turf and bounced over the head of Morales. He had no chance of getting that ball. And that is a base hit off of Jacob Freed. It'll put runners in the corners with 1 out. And now it's Arellano to the plate. Arellano, who is the leadoff hitter. So it was double checking the runners. It was Gardino, the one who initially walked, Scoro, the one who flied out, and Clayton was the one who just got that base hit. And now it's Arellano, who hits one to right field, and this one is going all the way to the track and caught by Caden Connor in deep right field. This will score 1 run on a sac fly. Gardino comes down the line to score on a deep fly ball to right field that Connor read well, had no chance to throw back home, was almost to the wall. So sac fly for Arellano. And now it's Evan Leibel to the plate. So 2 teammates facing off against each other, both from Loyola Marymount. Leibel is a catcher and Freed a pitcher, so they could potentially be battery mates. First pitch is down and in, ball 1. 2 outs, runner on first. It makes it a 6-2 ball game. The Raptors on top. I asked Jacob if they had ever pitched one to the other. Did Evan ever catch you in a game? He said no. He started some games, and I pitched a couple times, but we were never in at the same time. 1-0 pitch. He throws behind Evan through the rain, lost the grip, and the runner down to second. It'll be a wild pitch, but Jacob started to wipe the hands on the pants. You can tell got a little bit wet, just lost the grip on the 1-0 pitch. 2 balls and no strikes now with 2 outs. Runner on to second base. And Cam Clayton here in the top half of the 7th inning. Portland scoring for the first time since the 4th. It's a 6-2 ball game. Ridgefield on top. The 2-0 pitch served up towards left field and foul, out of play as the rain continues to fall here at the Rourke. Looking at the weather report for the rest of the week, it looks like we will not get rain tomorrow or Thursday, the other 2 games of the series, and then it'll come back Friday right as Ridgefield goes on the road. So if you want to come out to a game, tomorrow and Thursday would be the right days to do it. 2-1 pitch from Jacob Freed right down the middle, and he's going to throw down to second. They've got him in a pickle, throw to third, and he is out at third base. Maybe came off the bag. He slipped in between second and third. Did Cam Clayton as he was trying to get back. Took a big secondary lead. Cole Ehrman threw down to second, and Clayton slipped as he was trying to get back to second. So he just stood up and sprinted down to third, and he beat the throw to third. And so it looked like he might have been safe, but perhaps in the slide he may have come off the bag, or perhaps Chad Little, the umpire, thought the throw did beat him there, but it looked like he was sliding in just ahead of the throw. But Cam Clayton is thrown out at third base to end the inning. 6-2 is the score. Jacob Freed goes 2 innings, allowing 1 run. And Ridgefield comes to the plate after this. It's time to stretch. The Raptors 6, the Portland Pickles 2 in the middle of the 7th inning.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-size utilities in the West by J.D. Power 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
Scott Wright continues to throw for the Portland Pickles. Has already gone 2 innings, and he keeps going now against the Raptors, who have scored 3 runs in the last couple of innings, although Scott Wright came in with 2 runners already aboard in that 5th inning when Ridgefield scored 3 runs. It's a 6-2 ball game. Tafton Hensley to lead off for the Raptors, who are ahead by 4. Bottom of the 7th inning here at home for Ridgefield. First pitch is outside and low. Ball 1 to Tafton, who had an infield single, a strikeout, and a walk with the bases loaded. So 3 RBIs now on the season for Tafton, the center fielder who swings big cut at the 1-0 pitch. Doesn't get a piece of it. 1-1 is the count to the College of the Canyons outfielder as we lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. Ridgefield going for its 4th consecutive win to open up the season and stay undefeated at home and undefeated on the year. 1-1 pitch down and away. Ball 2 from Scott Wright. After Tafton Hensley will be Cole Ehrman and Reese Hernandez. The 2-1 pitch is hit towards third base, fielded on 2 hops. Clayton throws across, and it's And out by Sam Haney, reaches across the bag, keeps his right cleat on the first base bag, and catches it in foul territory. Had to move across, so he caught it with his body on the right side of the line. Makes the play, and one away in the 7th inning. Portland has had a rough go of it defensively, committing 3 errors. But Ridgefield has also done their own work with 8 hits in the ball game. Cole Ehrman, the batter, takes a swing at the first offering from Scott Wright and does not get a piece. Strike 1 to Cole. Asked him how he spent the day off yesterday, and he kind of laughed and said, in bed. Slept and got ready for today. 0-1 pitch off the hands, but hit well to right field. Playable for Scoro. Drifts over and makes the catch. And medium depth right field out number 2. Brings up Reese Hernandez, San Jose State product from Santee, California. Talked about what he wants to do this summer, what he wants to work on, and most of all says it's just really enjoying the experience. Wanted to have fun this summer, make the most of it, just get back playing baseball. Didn't have fans in San Jose this year for their season with the Spartans, so to play in front of several hundred fans has been refreshing for Reese. First pitch of ball to the utility players. Been playing left field, but moves all over defensively. 1-0 pitch from Wright is inside, ball 2. 2 outs, nobody on. A 6-2 lead for the Raptors. Bottom of the 7th. He'll play some infield perhaps sometime this season. Play all over the outfield. He's playing left right now. It's the spot that Trevor Torpa had handled the first few games of this year. 2-0 pitch is a strike. Trevor Torpa was leading the league in batting average. Granted, it was only in 6 at-bats. Went 4 for 6, and that .667 average was tops in the West Coast League. And then has a minor injury, just a hamstring, not too big of a deal. He'll be back, I think, well, we hope before too long. We'll let him decide and take care of his own health. But for what it's worth, Torpa will be back hopefully soon. The 2-1 pitch is a strike, 2-2 the count. So Reese Hernandez fills in for left field. And that was the first game he was available right after Torpa got hurt. 2-2 pitch is fouled into the screen. Hernandez had arrived during that Saturday game. It was just sitting in the stands because he arrived in town and showed up in the 5th inning of that game when Ridgefield defeated the Bend Elks 16-5 in that contest. Hernandez watched the final 4 or 5 innings and then started in left field the next day. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Tommy Wright. Fastball is sprayed down the left field line, tailing foul and landing foul, and bounces over the fence into the grassy berm and held aloft by a fan out of play in left field, and hands it off to a kid nearby under the flagpole out in deep left field where there is no wind right now. It's really died down and the rain has lightened up a bit, drizzling a touch, but not too much precipitation. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reese Hernandez with 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch again foul, this time straight back into the screen and picked up by Tanner Jocks in the on-deck circle. Fresh off an RBI ground out fielder's choice in Tanner's last at-bat. Meanwhile, Reese Hernandez has a ground out, a strikeout, and a walk on the ball game, and a run scored for Reese. 2-2 pitch is a breaking ball, got the outside corner. Tommy Wright has his most effective inning of the day. He strikes out the final batter for a 1-2-3 inning, and Ridgefield is still leading 6-2 in the ball game. 6 outs left for the Portland Pickles to try to snap the undefeated mark for the Raptors. 3-0 on the year, Ridgefield. 2 more innings away from keeping that undefeated streak alive. New pitcher coming in for the Raptors. It will be, let's see here. I believe we'll get you the new pitcher coming in when we come back for the Raptors after this. You're watching or listening to Ridgefield Baseball here on the Raptors live stream. It's Ben Lake, the new pitcher, who will come in after the break. 6-2 lead for the Raptors.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Play ball! Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
Ridgefield holding a 6-2 lead in this ball game over the Portland Pickles. Relief pitcher coming in for the Raptors is Ben Lake. California Golden Bear, comes from Woodland Hills, California, a 6'2", 211-pound right-hander, has spent 2 years in Berkeley. First pitch of this game for Ben Lake is a ball up high to the left-hand hitting batter for the Portland Pickles. Leading off is Evan Leibel. He actually batted against Jacob Fried last inning, but a out on the bases means Leibel comes back out with a fresh count here in the top of the 8th. So the two Loyola Marymount teammates, and Jacob Fried and Evan Leibel, do face off against each other, but do not record an at-bat against each other, with the stolen base attempt slash back pick slash pickle from second and third. The 2-0 pitch is fouled back off the bat of Evan Leibel, who is 0 for 2 in the day, grounded into a double play, a magnificent flip of the glove from Tanner Jocks, who went behind second base, flipped it out of the mitt to John Peck. 2-1 pitch is up and away, ball 3, 3-1. And John Peck made the throw from second to first for the double play of Evan Leibel and retired 2 on the play, on probably the best defensive play any Raptor duo has made all season. Trio, if you include Kobe Morales. 3-1 pitch, misses ball 4, and Ben Lake has walked the leadoff man. Ben is making a second appearance in a Raptors uniform. Walks was the issue in his first appearance. He worked 1 inning, gave up 1 run. He didn't give up a hit, but he gave up 2 walks in that frame. And now walks the leadoff man on 5 pitches to open up the 8th inning. Ridgefield leading 6-2. Next batter is Jacob Jablonski for the Pickles. 364 hitter, has 1 home run on the year, one of the 2 for the team. 4 RBIs in the season to lead the squad. Takes a big cut at the first pitch and misses 0-1 to the shortstop, Jablonski. Runner on first, no outs for Ben Lake. Pitched at Agora High School. Up and away on the 0-1 pitch. The rain has picked up a bit. It died down pretty well towards the end of last inning, and now comes back a lot stronger and is falling about as hard as it has been at any point tonight right now. Making it pretty tough for Ben Lake, but he's trying to work through it. 1 ball and 1 strike. The runner bluffs but does not go. It's outside, ball 2. Leibel, the runner, took a big secondary lead, but returns to first. No outs. Portland needing base runners and needing runs here. They're in the 8th inning, down to their final 6 outs, trailing by 4 to the Raptors, who are trying to go to 4-0 on the year. 2-1 pitch. A fastball just misses. Ben Lake uses a 2-seam fastball, one of the few guys who uses the 2-seamer instead of a 4-seam fastball. Well, he actually throws both. He'll throw a 2-seam or 4-seam. He also has a split changeup and a slider. 3-1 pitch is a called strike. It'll be a full count from Ben Lake, hoping to avoid 2 straight walks to open the inning. We'll have a payoff pitch with no outs, top of the 8th inning. Raptors leading 6-2. Portland tied this game up in the 4th inning, but the Raptors took the lead the next half and have led ever since. Pickoff moved to first, And Leibel gets back. Infield playing towards right with Tanner Jocks playing in the green. Now walks right back on the cut, while the shortstop John Peck is playing closer in, almost on the base path, or a few steps behind. Here's the payoff pitch with no outs. The runner fakes. The throw is just up high on the pitch from Ben Lake, and he has walked the first two batters. So no outs, runners in first and second. The tying run now in the on-deck circle for the Pickles. Ryan Ball is the batter, the only player, the first player to score for Portland. Came down the line in a wild pitch in the fourth inning. Had gotten on base on a walk. So Ben Lake, a discussion with Cole Ehrman, the catcher, and Ryan Ball to the plate. Ryan 0 for 1 on the ball game with 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Right-handed pitcher against left-handed batter. Here's the first pitch from Ben Lake. Is a called strike for Ben. Ridgefield's bullpen playing a big role in this game, getting 2 innings from the starter in Ben Larson. And the two Bens now bookending the pitching duties for the Raptors. Here's Ben Lake. Pickoff move to second. Nobody covering there. Holds on to the ball. Has an 0-1 count to Ryan Ball. No outs. Runners in first and second. Up and away on the second offering. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the rain falling even a bit harder now at the Rourke here in Ridgefield. The lights on, the sun setting and starting to get dark here. 1 ball and 1 strike with Ben Lake, 2 runners aboard. Fastball that just misses. Ball 2, 2-1 the count to Ryan Ball. After every pitch, he wipes off the bat and off his pants and dries it off. Ben Lake having to work with an even tougher situation, throwing a slightly sogged ball each time. 2 balls and 1 strike from Ben Lake. Kicks and throws. Nice frame job from Cole Ehrman to hold it on the outside half. A called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Ball. A 6-2 lead for the Raptors, but no outs in this inning. The Pickles are threatening a bit here. 2-2 pitch, outside ball 3, full count. So we could see the first out of the inning, or we could see Ben Lake walking the bases loaded. Hard to blame him location-wise, just with the rain coming down, but he has gotten some strikes in there. But now into a bit of a situation here with 3 balls in the count. 3-2 pitch, outside ball 4. He has walked the first 3 batters he sees. And that brings up Eamon Lance, the designated hitter. Chris Cota will come out for a chat with Ben Lake. And it's tough to get a handle on the ball. Chris Cota will take the ball from Ben Lake, who does not record an out in the 8th inning. And we will see a replacement for the Raptors with the bases loaded. Tying run at the plate for the Pickles with Andrew Trotman coming in. Trotman will have a difficult situation to handle as he enters with the bases juiced and no outs against the Portland Pickles. Trotman, who is a 6'3", 205-pounder, a righty from Clark College. Comes from Fairbanks, Alaska. So Andrew comes in. He has pitched already on this season. Andrew made 1 appearance in that Bend series, had 1 inning of work, a scoreless inning for Andrew. Gave up 1 hit, struck out 2 in that frame. And we'll try to do something similar for Chris Coda's crew. Chris trying to stop the damage before a whole lot gets done by the Portland Pickles, who have not gotten a lot of offense against Ridgefield, just 2 hits in the ball game. Ander has pretty good stuff on the mound, a crafty pitcher who's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup. A 2-seam fastball, a slider, and a changeup. The slider is the toughest one to hit and the one he feels most comfortable with. It's not velocity that gets hitters. His fastball's in the low to mid 80s, but he has got a real difficult pitch to handle in that slider, and a couple really difficult pitches in his arsenal. And I'm excited to see what Ander brings. That 1 inning was good. Like I said, 2 strikeouts and no runs in that 1 frame. And Andrew Trotman back to work here for his 2nd appearance now. Enters with the bases loaded. The hitter he will face is Eamon Lance, designated hitter. 0 for 3 in the game, 0 for 6 on the season. He does have 1 walk on the year, 1 run scored, but he has struck out twice and flied out to right today. Andrew Trotman comes set, working out of the stretch here with no outs, bases loaded. The side armor, there's a first pitch inside, ball 1. 3 walks in the inning. Those have been the 3 batters for the Portland Pickles, the 2, 3, and 4 hole hitters. Now the designated hitter. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count from Andrew Trotman from Alaska, from Fairbanks. Makes his way down to Clark College. Will come back next year to Clark for his extra year of eligibility. He'll just do 1 more year at Clark. 1-1 pitch inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. He could come back for 2 more years with COVID giving 2 years back of eligibility. He'll just use 1 of them, will Andrew. Comes set, ready for the 2-1 pitch. No outs, bases loaded. Fires the 2-1. He falls off the mound as he was releasing the ball. He nearly threw a strike. It ended up just missing 3 balls and 1 strike, and he completely slipped and went down to the turf as that ball was coming out of his hand, and it went over the plate. 3-1 pitch is a strike. Strike 2. Lance took a good 4 or 5 steps out of the batter's box and started to run down the line. And to his credit, that ball was pretty low, but at the knees. Strike 2. Lance did not earn himself a whole lot of credit with home plate umpire John Pollen with that move. Now he's got a full count. Here comes Trotman, foul back off the hands, and we will see the 7th pitch of this at-bat with the bases loaded. A 6-2 ball game. Lance representing the tying run. Portland's not led in this contest. Top of the 8th inning. No outs yet in the frame. Outfield playing pretty deep, especially in right field. Payoff pitch, hit off the hands and fouled back. That one was up and in. Would have been ball 4 had Lance not swung at it. Takes a cut and hits it off the fist backwards. Eighth pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. It is swung on and missed. Struck him out. Andrew Trotman gets a critical punch out. And it's still only 1 away. A lot of work to do, but that is a good start. Trotman comes in with the bases loaded. Gets his 3rd strikeout of the season. In just his 2nd inning of work. He's only faced 5 batters. Gave up 1 hit and strikes out 3. And most importantly for this game, strikes out the first batter he faces. 1 out. Runners all the way around for Portland. Sam Haney, the next batter. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Came in 3 for 12 in that Wenatchee series to open up the year. Had 2 walks. If he draws another one here, he'll walk in a run. But Trotman showing a little better command as he's coming in, although the rain continues to fall. First pitch, a breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 1. It looked inside, but Haney took a crack at it. He struck out twice, both times looking, and he has popped out to the first baseman. No balls and 1 strike. Bases remain loaded. 1 out. Trotman throws, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Ahead 0-2. Evan Leibel at third base, Jacob Jablonski at second, Ryan Ball at first. Sam Haney at the plate, 1 out, bases juiced. 6-2 lead for the Raptors in the top of the 8th. The 0-2 pitch just a bit low. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Andrew Trotman out of Clark College. In outfield playing pretty similar spot. Caden Connor took a step in right field. 1-2 pitch hit towards the third baseman. Cody Darcy will throw to first, and a good play by Morales to catch it and record the out. A run scores, but the Raptors will take that for the out. 5-3 is the ground out. Good play by Darcy. He had to run in on that one. It was not a well hit ground ball. And he had to rush in, field it, make the throw through the rain, and he threw pretty well on line, and Morales reached out to grab it. 2 away in the inning. Coming in to score is Evan Leibel. That ground ball moved Jacob Jablonski to third, and it moved Ryan Ball to second. Runners in second and third, 2 outs. Tying run still at the plate in the form of Ryan Gardino. First pitch right down the pipe, strike 1. So no force on any bag except for first. Gardino leads the team in doubles. Has 3 of them on the year, 4 RBIs, also tops on the roster. 0-1 pitch under the fists, ball 1. 1-1 the count from Trotman. The 1-run scores, an earned run for Ben Lake, who came in this inning. Walked 3 in the rain. The rain has died down a bit, but it's still coming down fairly hard. 1-1 pitch is a ball, ball 2. 2-1 the count from Andrew. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Top of the 8th inning. Big momentum boost if Andrew can get out of this with just 1 run. Swung on and missed on the 2-1. And Trotman a strike away from doing tremendous work and allowing just 1 run with the bases loaded when he came in with no outs. But it's not going to be easy. Ryan Gardino, one of the best hitters in this squad, and will be protecting. 2-2 pitch, swings and misses, struck him out. Andrew Trotman does magnificent work in the 8th inning, entering with the bases loaded and nobody out. He goes strikeout, ground out, strikeout. 1 run comes in, and that's 1 run the Raptors will be A-OK giving up considering the circumstances. It's still a 6-3 lead for the Raptors. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Raptors in control, but still 3 more outs remaining when the Pickles come up in the 9th. The Raptors try to add on to the lead after this.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy 1, get 1 free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag, but they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs, available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
Lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. Feels more comfortable than it did 5 minutes ago when the Portland Pickles loaded the bases with no outs and ended up getting 1 run out of it. Andrew Trotman coming in and getting the next 3 batters out. Once he came in, strikeout, ground out, strikeout. The run scored on the ground out. And then he struck out the last batter with 2 runners aboard to strand 2. And the Raptors come to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning, a 6-3 lead over the Portland Pickles. New thrower for Portland is Trace Hockinen, a right-hander, 6'2", 205, out of Montana State Billings. Hockinen comes in the bottom of the 8th to face Tanner Jocks. First pitch is a ball to Tanner, the Linfield batter who has had a good day, especially in the field, but he also has racked up an RBI in each of his last 2 at-bats, a single and a fielder's choice. 1-0 pitch is a strike. 1-1 the count to Tanner, who also had a ground ball for an out. Hockinen comes set. The right-hander prepared for Tanner Jocks. Throws low. Ball 2, 2-1. Caden Connor will be our post-game guest today. Connor with a double. Playing well in the field. 2-1 the count to Tanner Jocks. Takes a big swing and does not get the 2-1 pitch. Tanner with 5 RBIs now on the season to tie the team lead. 2-2 count is on the outer half. Struck him out looking. And 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. Good throwing by Hockinen, the right-handed pitcher who comes in. Originally from Portland, Oregon, went to Beaverton High School and transferred out of Mount Hood Community College to go to Montana State Billings. Last year played in the Wild Wild West League with the Gray Wolves, a league that the Portland Pickles were also in. Caden Connor to the plate. As the second batter of the 8th inning, nearly hit on that first pitch. The rain is still coming down pretty good. You can tell the Raptors pitchers had some trouble through the rain, but ultimately gave up just 1 run in that 8th inning. 3 walks in the frame. And at one point, Trotman completely slipped on the mound while throwing a pitch. And now Trace Hockinen dealing with similar circumstances in the 8th inning. Crouches in near Craig Kimbrell style and comes to the plate. 1-0 is a strike. 1-1 the count to Caden Connor. 1 out, a 6-3 lead for the Raptors. He's not quite in Kimbrell style in terms of the arm held up. If you just Google Craig Kimbrell and you'll see the photo, he doesn't quite hold the arm up, but a similar crouch. The 1-1 pitch hit through the infield past the diving second baseman Ryan Ball. It's a base hit for Caden Connor. He'll dig for second. He'll get there. He'll dig for third. Caden Connor racing, sliding in, and safe for a triple. Caden Connor, his first 3-bagger of the season, and gets into third safely on a ball that was grounded very hard through the infield. I mean, it hit the infield first. That was not a fly ball to right center. That just skipped wet on the grass, and perhaps the rain helped it just keep moving fast because that ball rolled almost all the way to the wall. And at first I was thinking that was a single, and the distance it got on the ground ball, it was, okay, that's going to be an extra base hit, and then, okay, that's going to be a triple. And Caden Connor slides into third, a 1-out triple for Caden. His second extra base hit of the ball game. It is a strike to John Peck, who has a single in his most recent at-bat. Caden Connor already had a double earlier today. He has doubled in every game. He's now tripled today. A double and a triple for Caden out of Cal State Fullerton. 0-1 pitch to the Pepperdine infielder, and John Peck is sprayed foul. 0-2 to John. Came in with a .429 average. 1 out, runner on third. Ridgefield leading 6-3. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, the infield is playing in for the Pickles. 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Swung over the 0-2 offering from Trace Hockinen. And Peck is retired for out number 2. The infield will retreat to its normal position as Kobe Morales comes to the plate. Couple of hard hit balls today, one of them falling for a base hit, the other resulting in an error on a ball he just scorched right at the second baseman. That Ryan Ball couldn't catch. It was called an error, but well hit by Morales, who was on time with the first pitch, but swings under it and fouls it into the netting behind home plate. Morales can take the ball straight back up the middle, has a home run to straightaway center field. Outfield playing towards the lines. 0-1 pitch down in the dirt. Caden Connor prepared to sprint home at any opportunity, and it's more likely now than ever with the rain coming down pretty hard and several balls going to the backstop the last few innings. 1-1 pitch from Hakkinen, swung on by Morales, grounded a two-hopper to short. Jablonski fields, throws to first in time and on the money, and Caden Connor is stranded at third base. Well, Ridgefield hopes that's the last time they'll come to the plate. It's a 6-3 score as we head to the ninth inning. Top of the ninth, as the Pickles come to the plate. They've got 3 outs to work with to try to make a comeback on the Ridgefield Raptors, 3 outs away from going to 4-0 on the year. Back after this, a 3-run lead for the Raptors.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears. Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
To the ninth inning we go here in Ridgefield. An exciting game to open up the series between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Portland Pickles. Andrew Trotman back on the mound, throws a first pitch ball to open up the ninth inning, facing Gabe Scoro. It's a 6-3 lead for Ridgefield, excuse me. The Raptors leading almost the entirety of this game. Portland has made it interesting. 1 run in each of the last 2 innings. The 1-0 pitch is a strike from Andrew Trotman. The Clark College right-hander came in last inning with no outs, and the bases juiced and let in just 1 run on a ground ball. The 1-1 pitch off speed that just misses. 2 balls and 1 strike for Andrew. Had a strikeout, then a ground out that scored 1, and then another strikeout. So great work from Trotman. 2-1 pitch is at the knees, strike 2. 2-2 from Andrew, a sidearm pitcher. Comes from Fairbanks, Alaska, facing a Lincoln High School product and Gabe Scoro. 2-2 pitch, grounded to second base. Tanner Jocks fields the looper and throws to first. A worm burner of a ground ball by Gabe Scoro, and it results in an out. And with 4 batters faced by Andrew Trotman, he has retired all 4. Through the rain, he throws that ball away and asks for a dry one here with 1 out in the ninth inning. So Cam Clayton to the plate, the 9-hole hitter, as Portland is down to its final 2 outs. I think we might be seeing a pinch hitter here. Noah Guyette comes to the plate. Also Clark College, so we are seeing, I believe, 2 teammates here between Guyette and Andrew Trotman. First pitch is a ball, second one outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count with 1 out, nobody on base, a 6-3 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. 2-0 pitch, this one over the plate. 2-1 the count from Andrew, who had 1 scoreless inning in the Bend series, and now continuing his scoreless ways so far. 2-1 pitch on the outer half, got the call from John Pawn, the home plate umpire. Cole Ehrman framing it on the outside corner. There's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Guyette, the hitter. 2-2 pitch, outer half and outside. Full count for Andrew Trotman to Noah Guyette. A pair of Southern Washington players facing off now in Ridgefield. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Guyette couldn't find that fastball from Andrew Trotman, and there are 2 away in the 9th inning. So Portland down to its final out. We're back to the top of the order with Gabriel Arellano. Got a sac fly in the 7th inning, a walk and a strikeout and a flyout. Last gasp for the Pickles here as Ridgefield tries to improve to 4-0 on the year. First pitch, the slider, is a ball from Andrew Trotman. Two-seam fastball, slider, and changeup is his arsenal. 1-0 pitch, he slips again, and it's a strike from Trotman. It's the 2nd time that he's gone down to the turf, and this time it's a called strike. 1-1 now from Andrew Trotman. Swung on, hit to third base. Darcy backs up on the ball, makes the long throw on the money, and it's out at first. Morales records the put-out. Tremendous throw by Cody Darcy. And Andrew Trotman works a tremendous 2 innings, comes in with the bases loaded, the tying run at the plate when he came in, and he gets a 6-out save, the first save of the season for the Ridgefield Raptors. And Ridgefield improves to 4-0 on the year by beating the Portland Pickles. Final score 6-3 in this ball game. Winning pitcher for Ridgefield will be Joey Martin, who went 3 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts to begin his shot at year 2 of Strikeout King in the West Coast League. And some great performances. Probably the pair of MVPs tonight, one defensively and one offensively, would be Andrew Trotman and Caden Connor, who match up today to lead Ridgefield to a 6-3 victory, allowing just 2 hits in this ball game. Ridgefield pitchers have been tremendous against both the Bend Elks and now the Portland Pickles. 2 hits in the game, and one of them was a fly ball that just got lost in the sun. So really only one true hit for a sublime performance from Ridgefield pitchers. 3 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors on the day for the Pickles. Ridgefield playing clean defense, 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Raptors. Stay tuned for a post-game interview in just a moment. We'll chat with the star right fielder out of Cal State Fullerton, Caden Connor. If we get the chance in a moment, Chris Cota huddling up his crew out in shallow left field to chat with the team following the 6-3 victory over the Portland Pickles. We'll go through the lineups and the numbers in just a moment, and let's start with Caden Connor, who went 2 for 5, and both hits were extra base hits, a double and a triple. Almost every player in the lineup had a base hit, nearly extended the streak, where the last 2 games against Bend, every player in the starting lineup had a hit. One of those games, it was every player with 2 base hits. And we've got Caden Connor coming in. And Caden, I'm going to stand. I'm going to hand the headset here to Caden. Throw that puppy on there. There we go. Caden, who had a tremendous day. Can you hear me there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. All right. We'll get the camera.
So it was a little 3/4 arm, and I was thinking left center, and I just hit a ground ball up the middle, and thank God we play on turf, and it just shot to right center, and then had to turn on the boosties.
The rain didn't hurt at all. Kind of made it skip all the way to the wall a little bit. And you got the double as well. This is the 5th straight game now that you've had a double. You had a double in every single game. You're hitting the ball well. What are you seeing when you're in the batter's box?
I'm just trying to keep it simple. You know, hitting's tough, and just try to keep it simple and just do my thing, you know, help the team out. These are a great group of guys, and we're having fun right now, for sure.
You're hitting well, leading the team at Cal State Fullerton also in doubles. Tell me about just the experience of playing with the team so far. It's fun to play for a winning team, I'm sure.
Yes,
but just
sir.
Tell me about the guys who you've connected with and what it's been like with the teammates.
Yeah, you know, so came up here with Cole Ehrman. We're really close. And then Will Chambers is a great guy. Great guy. Tafton in center field's a great guy. Everyone's great. You know, John at shortstop is incredible. Great ball player. But, yeah.
Were you scared at all when Andrew Trotman came in? The rain's coming down. You're out in right field, and you can feel the rain. You know it's tough to pitch in that circumstance. Bases loaded and nobody out. Did you have a feeling Andrew would get out of that?
He's been throwing really well, and I had fully confidence in him. I know all of us on the field did too. So he did his job, and he did a great job.
Last thing for you, Caden, again with the 6-3 victory, Caden Connor with us. What else are you looking forward to as the season goes along, both on the field and getting to see Southern Washington? What gets you excited about the rest of the summer?
Just playing baseball. COVID happened, and we had a whole year off, and I've thankfully had a season this year, but some of the guys on the team didn't. And it's fun playing for each other. Playing for the Raptors is a great organization, and I'm excited to keep going.
Sounds good. Caden, congratulations. Thanks for coming and chatting.
Thank you.
All right, you can take that headset off. We'll take that. Thanks again for joining us here on the Raptors live stream. Well done, Caden. We'll see you tomorrow at the ballpark as Ridgefield goes for the series win and tries to improve to 5-0 on the season. 6:35 first pitch tomorrow. I'm Josh Warden signing off from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. See you tomorrow.